to go for a round two. He's going to go for the knock. Goes for the roll now. And he's spotted Serviel. Looks for the clip, but he's not going to be able to get it. Jumps out instead, but goes down. Moving forward, trying to get a better position. Using the smoke's advantage. Drives straight in. Out instead, but goes down. Now it's just Portal alive. Poor Soul in a 1v1, but he cannot do it.
Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split Pakistan Group Stages Day number 6. This is going to be the last day for group stages, and my name is Varun Super Johnny John, being joined on the desk by the beautiful, the talented Ocean Sharma.
Beautiful, cool, talented, I don't know. But yeah, still. Alright, so the final day is out here, and 4 more games. Envy, Bablu, Team VFX Oxy, big names are gonna arrive today alongside some other teams as well, obviously. And let's just have a look at the overall standings of where these teams are right now. I mean, there's no game, no team coming back out of that one. Team Bablu still sitting on the top, 202. I want to see where they and can they hit a 300 pointer, because see, they played 4 games, hit 100 points. They played 4 more, hit 100 points. Now, can they be the first team to hit a 300 pointer? In all the regions, there has been no team to hit 300 right now.
In all the regions, there has been no team to hit 300, and there has been no team ever. If you, I remember you telling me this correctly.
Yeah.
There has never been a team, a top-performing team, which have scored more points for kill than their placement points. So Bablu can go for that as well. And on the other side, there is going to be another team in the top 8.
For that, they'll have to at least have a 23 kill gameplay with a chicken dinner in one of the matches, and they can go for it. We know about the team.
Yeah.
Gaming Up is on the second. Team HR was climbing up, but then their climb will be stopped as their games are done. They are on the third right now. Team RNG, they can just start climbing today. They are on fourth. Portal Esports is on the fifth. FTF on the sixth. Team Envy, we want to see this name, climb up as well.
Okay, so
with one good game, Envy can be on the second. You can see that will be a big jump.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you notice this, Gaming Hub and LOU Esports, between them, there's just the 16-point difference. So, obviously, I think RNG and Envy are going to finish in the top 3 today. But moving on to the next set of standing, it's going to be Team VFX Oxy, who are going to climb up and look to finish in the top 8 as well. Next is going to try and do the same, as these two are the only teams in the top 16. In the second set of in the second quarter of the standings that are there with 8 games, but the other teams are there sitting there with 12 games in their hand. So we have to see, are they going to have good games or are they going to have bad games today?
Yeah, I mean, that is going to be like one of the questions that just comes out. VFX Oxy Nexus, we'll see how that happens. Moving on from 17th to 24, you can see there are teams with 8 games in this one. 2xOfficial is out there, Team TUF. So in this one, and see, you can see till 24 the teams have a chance, as they are on the 54 points, DFUZeOfficial. But moving on 25th, I want to see where that team is. They have had 12 games, so they are kind of out of the equation. But Freestyle can just jump up, H3 can jump up, HFD can jump up, the real TG can jump up, and for that is currently at the last. But still, no hope is lost, as they are 20 points away from sitting in the top 24. So this is going to be a serious gameplay for all the teams out there in the top 32. And I would like to see what just happens in the scenario of the fights. And you know how these points, people get these points. It's because of the points distribution that is right on your screens. You guys know the drill. Our lovely audience, 20 points for the first, 14 for the second, then 10 for the third, then 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 till the 10th, and 11 to 16 gives you 1 alongside a kill per point.
Yeah, and those kill points can be pretty important. As we always say, it's going to be that 1 point separating you from stopping you from getting into the top 24, and the top 24 teams will move on to the semi-finals that are going to be starting from the day after tomorrow, from the 28th onwards. But this is going to be the schedule for today. We start off with Erangel, then we have Shanok, no Miramar for the last day, so the third game is going to be played on Vikendi, and as always, the last game is going to be on Erangel as well.
Yeah, the last game will be on Erangel. Just like you like to say, from where it all started, just ends out in that area. So that is going to be one of the things. And talking about the teams, you can see Freestyle, a team that has to make their name, is still out there, alongside 2xOfficial, which is still just sitting out there. DFUZe is going to be one of the teams. Team Bablu, obviously. So the team that is sitting at the first and the team that is sitting at the last right now, Bablu and FalaQ, they are out here. But then moving on to the group D, if we the next group that if we have to see, there are some names, as you know: Team RNG, Team NV, Team TUF Team Real TG, BFX Oxy. Really big and really good names are also out there. So we'd like to see where it just takes all the teams when the stakes will be at the highest, if anything, because 4 games. And it's done.
Yeah, 4 games and it's all gonna be over. Is FalaQ gonna have the chance to showcase what they are made of? Because that was one of the conversations we were having in the earlier days, as in this team has not had the opportunity to showcase their talent. And today, it's going to be the last 4 games, so I think it is going to be time to go YOLO and try out every single weird strategy, every single weird play you can come up with to make sure that you stay in the top 24. And with that, the game is live. Let's head over the land of Erangel and see how the trajectory is going to look like. It's going to start off from the eastern side of the military base island and go all the way towards Georgopol. So military base, Novo, Farm, Pochinki, Gatka, Ferrypier, Rozok School, Georgopol, shooting range, Zarki is going to be available as well. So the teams that go for the split on shooting range Severny, they will be just going to shooting range and then going over to a Severny from there.
I mean, they can go to all the areas where they want to, but I think Envy is going for that drop of Novorepnoy, and they can be or cannot be contested by H2E, as H2E is also going out in that area. Freestyle on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, they are going for a Farm Milta-ish drop out there. VFX Oxy's players are also going to go to their areas. 2x are going to head up to the downwards area for their rotation. I would like to see where Team Bablu actually drops in this one and how do they start their fights. On the other hand, other teams, R3D is also going for their drop location. DFUZe is going to be out there in Pochinki. Envy, they have started looting. Alright, so this guy is Deadshot, and I remember him because he sent me a friend request in game. So we haven't played any single match as of now, but then let's see if we get a chance or something. I would like to learn from him as his strategies and how the team actually goes, because each and every team, each and every player, they have their strategies. And talking about the things that is going to be strategical is going to be the first circle, ladies and gentlemen. You can see the first circle is quite centralized and it has 50% of the downwards island, the military island, 50% of the northern island. No one's in the military base though. Novorepnoy is the area where the teams are. Surprisingly, Pochinki is empty.
Wow, one of the highest contested places in the game has not been taken care of, but on the other side, look at this, Georgopol containers. That place is crowded, as even Bablu, FalaQ, all the teams like Team 20, squad number 9, Bablu, they are present towards the containers area. The other squads have taken the control of the backward city, and this is it. So this is the city on the backward side of Georgopol, close to the main ocean sort of a situation. And from here on out, you can actually contest the containers, but it is the same the other way around as well. The teams on containers can fall back towards your direction, and then you're going to be trouble if Bablu is running towards you. But look at this, RNG is here as well, and RNG, the squad, has been putting up amazing numbers for themselves as well. I mean, you need to look at the fact, like, yeah, Bablu is doing exceptionally well, but the other teams are playing really good games as well. So RNG is one of those teams, and these two teams, they can be in trouble, because TUF especially, because the 2-2 split coming from their direction, wherein the 2 players from the side of FalaQ have landed in the city, in the compounds, and the other 2 players like Figlet and Respect, if you see their location, they are in the hospital area. So they can actually be in trouble, but Aqua is going to start lighting the kill feed as soon as the match starts.
Exactly, and we'll have to see which team just goes out where and how are the match is going to end up for the teams out there. And see, these things are going to be important, as Aqua, if I remember correctly, Aqua has had a chicken dinner yesterday. They had good run yesterday, and they would like to continue that run in a good way if they can. So we'll have to see what happens, as the first kill for the game just comes in their favor right now. And the major thing is they are really close to Bablu. So if a fight happens, like if a proper one-on-one battle and all those things happen, I would like to see how they, just get up with the fights out there. FalaQ always on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, is seeing a fight with TUF's two players. It's Venom and Thor out there. So what's gonna happen? That's only one of the things. And on the other hand, next is Zulkar has been taken down out here as the other team would like to move. And as you can see, HFD's Sahab has taken him down and just finish him overall. So fights are happening in the early stages, but where will the fights end? It's one of the questions.
And FalaQ always on the other side. He's trying to find a flank on the players of the side of TUF. Climbs up on the roof, is still looking for information and is still trying to hunt down these players. Venom is going for the TPP through the window, looking on the house that Clone is hiding in. I think the footsteps have been heard, and with the way he rotated, even that information is going to be available to the side of Venom. So his teammates are coming in here, but they are making an open rotation. So Oasis is going to spot out these players coming in. And now this information, the fact that from 2, the number of enemies just went to 4, it's going to be available to the entire squad of FalaQ, as Oasis is going to take a nade to the face, drop down to 50% health, and Thor is going to go charging in. Oasis taking a lot of damage, but still survives. The knock just not coming in for these guys.
He survived at just 10-ish HP, and that was like a miracle survive. Now, if he survived it, he needs to make it count for his team. He has survived it for a reason. He needs to go in, charge in from the other directions, and just first heal up. Clone has got his back, and Clone is moving right forward with him. As they know, there's one squad as well. Anji's Hamad is still out there. We'll have to see if they, pick up a fight with the TUF after this, if it all goes southways. But then for now, the major thing is that teams have to get inside the circle as well. I can see in the minimap, Aqua's players were also shooting at someone. So we'll have to see if the fights are happening between Aqua and Bablu, because Bablu is good with 4 players. Will Bablu take this fight? SLR in the hands of Bablu goes. He wants to spot the players. If he spots them, obviously they are going to take an incredible fight out there. FalaQ's player, Fugle, is also trying to take the fights 3 times on that SKS. They are still trying to spot the players, trying to pop the heads out. The Terminators had some damage, but then so did Fugle, as he has also taken a shot to the West out there. His West is still good. Respect drops on 1 player, and that is looking something really, really bad for TUF right now. As FalaQ Respect is moving in forward, he has to move through open, but Clone is out there to give him the proper cover. Ove still not finding any helmet or any healings for himself. He is still trying to survive out in this one. Ove, you can see on the screen, ladies and gentlemen, has 4 bandages right now, but he is not popping them because he needs to go for a safer rotation, a good area for his team. If he can just go for it, it's going to be a good one. Level 3 backpack, level 3 helmet, level 2 vest for Fugle, and all of them are in a really good position, really good condition right now. But the major factor that comes to FalaQ is they are kind of separated with each other. They have to get inside the circle, and the circle, as you can see on the screen, ladies and gentlemen, Envy is really good inside the circle. S2E is really good inside the circle. The northern-ish teams, the Yasnaya to Lipovka area, that is still crowded, but then the teams will get inside the circle, and they might just avoid early fights. If they don't, then obviously, the kill feed is going to run like crazy.
Yeah, the kill feed is definitely going to run like crazy, because look at this. Bablu, they landed on the northern Georgiapol city, and they are going to be coming in soon towards this circle. That is going to be, I think the easiest rotation is going to be towards from the side of Rozhok. So they are going to try and make that happen for themselves, but as they do that, they are going to catch a lot of teams off guard, which is going to mean that a lot of teams are going to be taken out as they make their way in. But on the other side, TUF, they need to get out of here. The blue zone is going to come in, and even though this is just going to be chip damage, the damage is definitely going to be there.
Yeah, the damage obviously is going to be there, but you can see FalaQ always driving out that vehicle because he knows that it is important for them to get inside the zone right now. He just has 4 bandages now. Now he has 10. Clone has 10. He has 4 bandages. They find out a US for themselves, and they would like to just move in that US. Envy, this is the squad that is inside the circle right now, would just like to stay there. Bablu, Pikachu, if I'm not wrong, is still outside the zone right now. All of the Bablu squad is outside the zone. They are not. They haven't started their movement yet. yet, and so is TUF. As TUF is also outside the circle. They have to get inside the zone. 1300 meters of the distance is what they have to travel. But all that comes to a fact that they don't have any boosters for themselves. All they have is bandages and a first aid, so 75% HP, and then it's gonna go down once again. And the first airdrop has an MK14 alongside level 3 stuff and a ghillie suit. Obviously, you know, ghillie suit is gonna be much more helpful in the final circles and the circles that are yet to come. And MK, if you're using it on auto, obviously it's gonna drop a lot of bodies on there. And surprisingly, the first airdrop is in the military base, the place where no one was.
Yeah, the airdrop coming in the military base, but Envy is quite close to it, so they can go for the pickup. On the other hand, Bablu, they have to be careful since now the chip damage is going to be quite significant. I mean, look at this. Some players are close to 60% health now, and that's just going to mean that they won't be able to take these fights. But now they are rotating from that bridge towards the Rozhok area, and that's where they will try and make their way in. Now, another team, NES, on our screens, North Esports. Are they going to get the chicken dinner for themselves this time around? Bablu Pikachu, I think he spoiled up a couple of players out, these guys, but still not trying to go for the engagement. And this is a good decision. You need to prioritize your rotation inside the zone. Aqua is quite close to them, but they are just going to wait and wait for the fights before they actually get into the zone. They are going to make their way into the play zone, find a safe location, and then go for those fights, which is actually how you should do it. Because fighting in the blue zone means that you are dealing with two forms of damage at the same time. The blue zone damage is going to kick in, and the damage for the guns is obviously going to be there. You do not want to fight with methods that, with basically situations that you can't control.
Exactly, like that is going to be one of the things. And look at this, Aqua outside the circle right now. They don't have a vehicle for themselves. Will the first circle be their demise? But on the other hand, Murtaza takes down Bablu Tyrant. So Bablu Tyrant is down right now. Look at this, HFD just moving in forward. Bablu goes, he has to move in. The damage has been done. The health is low right now. Can they give the adequate cover? I don't think so. I think one of the players will fall down out here, and that is going to be looking really, really bad. TF Thor also goes down by the play zone. But Bablu Tyrant, can he get a revive? Will the cover fire come in? What is going to happen? Pikachu spots one, but then the player spot Pikachu as well. Cronus is doing damage out there. Bablu Pikachu is low on health right now. Will be applying bandages. That is just going to waste a lot of time for Bablu right now, as they cannot give a revive to Tyrant. What is going to happen? HFD, I think HFD is going to win this one in a surprising turn of events. The circle is not on them, and no doubt Tyrant will be revived right now. Tyrant will be taken out as they confirm their kill. Bablu Pikachu, the call has been given to move in further to the zone right now. Look at this. Pikachu will also take damage out here. His buggy has been taken down, as well as one of the eyes has been bursted. He only has 4 bandages. Will be applying, and after that will be moving away. I think Bablu is in a bad spot right now.
Yeah, they are going to be in a pretty bad situation right now. The bandages are going to come in for these guys, and I don't think anyone wants to see this. Anyone wants to see Bablu being the first team eliminated. And now Aqua, the players are closing in towards that one guy who was healing himself in the area of ruins, and they are going to get out of there. But can they make it safely to the Pochinki area? Because I think that has to be one of the safest and the closest location where the players from the side of Bablu can be. But the other teams have the same idea, and they are going to be closing in as well. And so these are the conversation about the hard situations in game. But talking about the easy stuff, I think Envy is going to have the easiest rotation of them all. They just have to cross the Novo Bridge, and they're already in the circle right now. But once they cross the Novo Bridge, they are going to be able to take the fights in the next circle as well.
No,
unless the circle makes a massive shift.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if they have to cross the bridge right now. Probably later, but right now it's just that they are safe in that area. Not the Novo Bridge. They can go from the military bridge, the left one bridge as well, because Novo Bridge is going to be leaving the circle sometime soon, and that is going to be where the blue zone will be. But for now, if I have to say, talk about the places that are out there, and look at this. Oh my God, circle has had a tremendous shift, if anything. And that is solely on Pochinki now, and we actually need to move.
Yeah. and we actually needs to move in. And as I said earlier, it is going to be a pretty easy movement for them as well, because there are no teams present from the Novo Bridge all the way through farm, and it is just that outside Pochinki area that has been conquered by these players. Aqua, they have already made their way into the Pochinki city, and NES, they are on the outskirts. R3D Esports is on the almost everyone is outside Pochinki except for Aqua, who are already in there. Bablu have gone for a split up, wherein Pikachu has been left behind, and Zameen and his other teammate, they have moved forward, wrapping around the entire city before trying to spot out the players before they actually go in for an engagement. This can be actually quite risky, since if one of the guys actually gets taken out, they are going to be another man down. Tyrant has already been taken out earlier, so now they are just going to play with just 3-man squad.
I mean, they'll have to change the strats, and the strat change is coming, like slowly and slowly. Right now, Bablu will be in a good spot because they are coming in from the northern direction of the area, so the rotation is really good. And VFX Oxy on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. H3 Old Boy was spotted. HFD Cronus goes down as R3D Walker joins the party of the fight out there, and VFX Rage Oxy just trying to spot the players and take them down. They have 40 bullets in their AKM and M16 with a 6-time scope. Really good loot out there, but level 1 helmet. Look at this Walker just moving in, takes down HFD Zoomer as well. But on the other hand, they are going to be contested on the other side. But HFD's Butt Sahib has also been taken down out there. Kolossi takes down HFD Umar, and it will be the final player, Murtaza, that bites the dust. And Team HFD becomes the first team to be eliminated out here in a surprising turn of events.
Yeah, it's gonna be surprise, definitely, but Bablu still surviving in this game, and H2E, they are gonna be in their crosses. If two of the players have been knocked out, but can the finishes come in? Are the kill steals gonna be there, or is NES gonna finish these players off? As GamerX, he gets a revive, but on the other side, TUF take an exit from this game as well. Amer with that Kar 98 on him is gonna look to land those shots on GamerX, switches the gun to the Scarl, but GamerX, he has gone away in the other distance, and I think now at this point, Bablu is the team that's dishing out the damage. Amer, you can spot the players. The spray comes in from that Scarl, and the two players are going to be dropped. One kill being confirmed as Ghost is going to finish off Dread, and Gamer is going to be taken down by Zameen.
Yeah, and the players are just taking a fight, and Did I hear Zameen out there?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so that is like a new change in the final game out here, in the final day as well. Like, we have never seen that guy play right now, but you have heard a lot of good things about him. So we'll like to see what happens. But then Zameen, obviously, what about seeing what happens? He is taking out kills for the team, so he is doing the work out there, doing the best that he does. And look at this, R3D, they've had 3 kills. They're trying to make in that number increase, that they are trying to spot the players. NES Emmer still out in the area behind Pochinki, but the fact is the circle has left that space. The circle is on R3D and FalaQ's side, so R3D is going to be really safe. Not anymore, I think. I spoke to soon as Bablu is moving in forward towards them, you can see. So Bablu, once they move in, they always go for the fights, and they are not faced by any kind of fights. Look at that, Bablu is moving between 2 teams in the minimap, if you can see through that. So they have FalaQ on one side, R3D on the other side, and I think they are going to be looking for a fight, as Pikachu has spotted R3D Walker out there. They have spotted all the players of R3D. R3D, I think they have been given the call that we have to move in backward right now, because the team that is out front is Bablu. And look at this, Envy really close to 2x right now, as Moth was trying to take out the spray out. Then look at this Ghost, and I mean the vehicle is on a critical health. 3 more shots and the vehicle is going to go down. Envy Afshar goes down as the player just blasts his vehicle on the other side, and 2x Moth just bites the dust. FalaQ has spotted one of the players. Envy is dropping. Bablu Zameen has dropped as well on the other side, and Psych is taking the fights against the real TG. Bablu Ghost also goes down. One final play from Bablu remaining. Will it be the exit of Bablu on this position? I don't think so. No one would be wanting that right now. If that happens, that will be quite unfortunate, as VFXTeamX was taking up the fight with Team Bablu. TG Solo King goes down as Envy Psych was taking his fights, and the vehicle blast, I think that is going to be just helping them out. The R3D Ezio has been taking shots from all the sides, as 2x Allian just goes down, and R3D Walker's grenade takes down VFX Rage, Oxy, and Envy. Psych surprisingly just staying out there. The bot has been taken down, but Psych goes on. It's just smelly socks out there. Too many grenades. So many grenades just coming into the equation. The kill feed is running with the grenades right now. FalaQ has spotted one of the players as well. Bablu gets eliminated out there. I mean, that is just going to be really, really amazing. Not amazing for Bablu right now, but Bablu Pikachu is surviving. That is an amazing thing that he solely is taking the team right now.
And R3D Zed is going to take on the players. But 2x Moth, he's going to be deleted. Alian is going to be taken down.
R3D Easier did not even open the scope and he took the shot. Incredible. Wow. Incredible out there. NES Sensei is moving in forward. That shot was amazing.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was intense. But now we have to see, can you convert those amazing shots into a chicken dinner for yourself? As the other teams, they are going to close into these open areas. And R3D have already taken control of the center. And another question is going to be, how long can Pikachu survive without his teammates? In fact, VFXoxy, the smoke dissipates. Respect, he has a clear vision, the M4 in hand. Can he get the deletion on the players from the side of VFXoxy? But on the other side, they still have the car for cover, and if the car gets blown up, then it's going to be trouble. I mean, if they step back before it gets blown up, then they will have good cover in front of them, but right now, it's just a liability for them.
Yeah, that is exactly going to be one of the things out there. But then Pochinki area, the one where the circle is going to end in a while and the circle is going to be shifting on the other side. But I want to see where Bablu Pikachu is, because he is being surrounded by 3-4 teams right now. Will he be safe out there? That is going to be one of the questions, because exactly now the circle has shifted from his side and he has to move in. On the other hand, NES is in a really good spot right now because circle is on them. R3D is in a really good spot. Circle is on them. FalaQ clone takes on 2 players from RNG as Aladdin also bites the dust with a UMP in his hands out there. And FalaQ, I think the call has been given to get either inside the circle or to finish what they started. And I think they are going to be moving to the back end as they will be spotting RNG's players out there. Clone on one side, he has just stopped his vehicle to take up the fight, but Clone will be taken down. No, Clone has taken down one player, but now he gets down as now the fights are on the other end. One more player just bites there. It's going to be Sketch out there from Oasis' side. And Aladdin, once he goes down, which he does, that is going to be the elimination for Team RNG out there.
Another good team being taken out early on. RNG exiting the stage. Or is it going to mean that Bablu is just going to ensure their domination? I mean, they have ensured their domination, but RNG, as we said, Envy and RNG need to finish in the top 3 by the end of today. They still have a lot of games remaining. And look at this, Pikachu, he is far off in the distance, but he couldn't be in trouble. R3D Colossi looking to shoot on the player from VFXoxy, and the shot somehow managed to connect.
Somehow it just managed to connect out there. That was something just going on and on and on. And look at this, VFX, the grenade on Colossus. It can take him down if he will just keep on staying out there. And one player goes down, Pika moving in from the back end to take the fight, and R3D might be in a bit of trouble. Joker goes down, Ezio goes down, Colossi goes down. One final player surviving. Spoke too soon. Colossi has also been taken out of the equation right now. Nexus Hunk is on a streak of 3 kills right now. He is just moving forward with the kills, with the skills, with the gameplay. H2 Esports with just 1 player surviving. Bablu with 1 player. VFXoxy, R3D all with 1 player surviving right now. Envy's players, the count is 2, but then they are being contested on the sides. Nexus Taha still trying to spot the players. His level 3 West is totally done for, totally damaged, totally ending out there. And Maxi is still trying to spot the players. If he spots the players, I mean, obviously that is going to change everything. DFUZeOfficial has been taken down by FalaQ Oasis and will be finished with that Scar L instantly. Walker has had a smoke cloud right in front of him. This back end of Pochinki, this is the first time that I'm seeing a circle out there, and I would like to see how it just ends in the scenario. H2 Esports is outside the circle. The player, one single player of H2E, I don't think so. He wants to give a kill to someone or something, and now he just makes his way to inside of the circle. And Maxi from NES was using a grenade. It did not hit anyone right now. But one good thing about North Esports is that they have all the 3 players alive. Aqua and Bablu outside the circle. They have to get inside the circle right now. Bablu Pikachu goes down. That is going to be the end of Team Bablu out there on the 11th position. 10 teams remaining out for the next fight. And look at that. The player being spotted and being shot at.
Yeah, Sensi managed to catch out a few of the players from the side of Aqua off guard. And FS Freestyle is going to come in from the other side, and the finishes are going to be confirmed. But the kills being stolen. Aqua, they are going to be in trouble as Baba with that M249 in his hand goes for the tap shots. And I think, was that how he got the finish? I don't think so. But now he is just using that gun to create some pressure. And now the turn is going to be Envy's as his crosshair turns towards their sides. But Envy, they rotate behind the smokes just to be careful. And Baba is still focused in the other direction. So they are going to be safe for now.
Still focus in the other direction. But look at this, FS Baba obviously using that M249. You know the 100 bullets, the damage that they do. FS Baba trying to spot the players out in the poaching key. And look at this, NES using the smokes for themselves just so that they can move into one of the directions for their movement. But will it be the end of Aqua out there, as Aqua was in a really good, bad spot? H2 Esports gets eliminated. Aqua gets eliminated on the 9th position this time. VFX Oxy with a single player, that too outside the circle is going to be a bad thing, but FalaQ takes down one, takes down two as well. Envy Deadshot gets taken down, and Sai gets taken down. I think that is going to be the end of Team Envy as well. FS Baba with that M249, still trying to spot the player. He knows the location, he knows that Oasis is out there. M249 is trying to do the damage, but then Oasis goes down as M249 will be out. 27 bullets, needs to reload as well. You see that Molotov on one side, that is just going to let FalaQ not to rotate from the right. Now they can, and I think they are going to go for it because right rotation will be the best out there. FalaQ Respect still trying to, you know, pop up the adrenaline boost for himself, or if not, just energy drinks and painkillers. And Fugle is just sitting out there. They have a smoke behind them just so that they can have a cover. And FS, there is no stopping Freestyle. Freestyle is on 26th position right now. They need to be in the top 24, and I think they have just found the right game for themselves.
Yeah, they have just found the right game for themselves, and this could be the start of the climb for this team. As now only 4 teams remain. DFUZe, they do not have a chance at this one, and FalaQ Respect is just going to blow himself as the car blows up. He's going to be taken down. Foglet is the only man remaining, and he has the drop right behind him. So he can use that for cover, step back a little bit and try and find it out with that. But now Freestyle, they have a massive advantage with all 4 players in there, and so do North Esports.
4 teams remaining, 10 players alive out there. Final circle might come really soon. 7th circle on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. Which team is going to win? That is going to be one of the big questions, as FalaQ Respect is out. FalaQ is out there with just 1 player surviving out for themselves. What is going to happen? 10% probability for them to win. DFUZeOfficial as well, 10% probability for themselves. North Esports and Freestyle, 40%. Which team is going to hit that 100% mark is going to be the question, and that is going to be the answer that we'll be getting in quite a while right now. But still, it's gonna be a 4v4v 1v1 situation in these fights out there. You see, DFUZe Ronnie's crosshair was exactly at the spot where you could spot the players. Maxi is out there, Sensei is out there. Wutrutsu goes down as NES Sony just takes down 1 player. What's gonna happen out in this one? We'll have to see. And Black has been spotted as well. I think this is gonna be the changing point for Freestyle, as NES Sensei is taking all the fights. Baba also has to move in forward. If they do, that is going to be something. But then right now, team number 11, that is our NES North Esports, still in a good spot. I spoke too soon. Baba with an M249 just takes him down. Sensei 1 HP. 1 HP play coming in. Can he heal out here or not? Is going to be a big question. He's popping up a first hit as he thinks he has an adequate cover right now. Baba, the guy with M249, needs a revive right now. Malik is sitting out there. 29 bullets in his gun as well. Snow is looking really bad, but he has a smoke for his cover right now. The grenades and Molotovs and the smokes, everything is being thrown at from one direction to the other. MS grenade takes down Baba once more as he was low on health. This will be his 4th knock, if anything. Look at this. Fugle is still sitting out there. No one knows it. Black, the grenade was really close to him. He could have traveled that distance. The vehicle was not needed out for that one.
He could have just walked back, but he chose to take away the car just so the nades do not actually make anything go pop instantly. But the amazing thing that I want to talk about is going to be the fact that Fuglet is still sitting there inside the smoke and he hasn't moved. Okay, he is moving now, so this noise is going to be given away, and that is going to be a bad decision as damage is going to be there. And FalaQ is going to take an exit. His last man is going to be deleted from the server. And now Malik, he's trying to spot out the players from the side of North Esports, and Ronnie from DFUZe actually spots out Maxi. I mean, he shot in the same direction that the previous shots were fired in, but he could not catch out the player off guard. North Esports, they are going to be in trouble as the players have been knocked down. Snow is going to be in trouble. Sensi is going to be taken out at any given moment. Still surviving with 20 and all them. That's just going to leave the team with one man standing, and that is just going to be so bad for them. On the other side, FS Freestyle an amazing game coming in from their side. All 4 players still in this. Diffuse Ronnie, can you make this happen? Can this clutch be yours? The nade is gonna come in. Sensei, he gets knocked out, and that's just gonna be North Esports, just one guy remaining.
Oh, look at that. Ronnie is out there, takes down Futurutsu in the equation. Now they know he takes down one more. Black has been taken down. Can the snake bite 4 people for a 1v4? Malik is on the domination right now as he has 3 kills. But will that be enough? I mean, the revives are coming in. Ronnie has to play from coast to coast. Maxi is also at one direction now. Maxi has attention towards Ronnie. I think so. He was throwing some grenades and throwables out there. And Baba, now they have to get inside for the circle. This can just backstab them as Black goes down. Maxi takes down one. But the kill steal is coming. Ronnie steals the kill. Incredible out there. Spawns the second, takes him down as well. But Malik was out there for a cover fire. DFUZeOfficial gets eliminated. One player, Maxi. Can he clutch a 1v3? If not 1v2 out there, as one player is just down. Futurutsu, he can heal himself, or I don't know if he is down out there, but Baba is definitely down, the guy with M249. So Malik is surviving out there. What will be his play after this, as Futurutsu needs to heal for himself? The guy does not have a heal. He does not have a single heal for himself. 2 teams remaining. 1 versus 2. One guy with full health versus 2 players with 75 HP and 1 more who has just healed himself. The circle is collapsing. The circle is closing, and this will be the final circle. 10 more seconds, and after that, the heal battle comes. The person who has a hold of this vehicle will be in the best spot after this, because he'll be having a personal cover for himself, but I don't think so. Look at that. Maxi is still kind of outside the circle. His legs are outside the circle, moving in, snaking inside the circle right now. Malik is trying to spot the players, but that is the wrong direction. Maxi will go down, almost, and now he goes down. And Freestyle in a comeback. They have a chicken dinner.
They have a chicken dinner for themselves, and that was an amazing performance from their side. And even Maxi put up an amazing play in towards the end. But once again, he did take down Futurutsu as well when it was a 2 versus 1 situation. But once you actually connect the shots, your teammate is definitely going to know, all right, this is where the guy is. And Malik was actually just spraying randomly, but his luck was so bad that not a single bullet hit Maxi earlier on.
Yeah, and Diffuses Ronnie, the guy who was there for the team. I mean, the team has 2 kills. He has 2 kills, and he just, took his team to that spot, the 3rd position.
Yeah, kill steals actually coming in pretty handy for him towards the end.
But then the MVP for this particular match is going to be Malik out there. 5 kills, 732 damage, 27 minutes and 33 seconds of survival time, and 10 kilometers of distance travel. 10 kilometers, I mean, it's a good number considering that it is just Erangel.
Yeah, considering Erangel, 10 kilometers is a lot.
Yeah.
And to come in from those rotations and actually get the chicken dinner for yourselves, that is pretty incredible. And 5 kills, 732 damage. So the entire team was actually putting in the effort, and having all 4 people alive, people sacrificing themselves just because they knew, like, we need information as to where these players are. We do not want to go for the heal battles. We want to end this now. And Baba, the man with the M249, the man who was doing wonders with it, had 2 teams cornered at one point. He sort of ran in there, and he got information on one player. They finished him off instantly. He got information on Ronnie as well, and Ronnie just died.
Yeah, I mean, that was like one of the things that just happened out there. But then let's just talk about the 5 players who had an impact out in this game, because, FS Malik was out there in the MVP section, and he will be out there in this one as well. Respect on the 4th with the 4 kills. On the 2nd, Taha on the 3rd from Team Nexus. R3D Walker, we saw him in the domination list, and Nexus Hunk as well on the 5th with 3 kills for his back. And Taha had 3 kills. Out of that, he had 2 headshots. That is commendable stuff.
Yeah, that is definitely commendable. And I think it was between Freestyle and North Esports, the final collision, because at one point, I think closer towards the end, they had all 4 players alive, these 2 teams. And the thing that changed the situation was one team was fighting from the open, the other one had the barn for themselves. Yeah. And the cover is always going to give you an advantage. And with that, let's have a look at the standings for match number 1 and see how the other teams did and how many points they got. Because Freestyle, 20 kills, 9 kills, 20 points for placement, 29 points in total. First position. North Esports, they are going to be second, but FalaQ, with the amount of kills that they have, they jump up quite a lot. They are on the 3rd position. Nexus made a jump on the 4th. R3D Esports made a jump on the 5th. Diffuse, they might be 3rd, did not have enough kills, so they dropped down to the 6th position. Team VFX Oxy, it's going to be 7th on the standings, and Team NV on the 8th position. But again, I'm happy and I'm sad at the same time because look at this. Aqua is on the 9th, but this is what I'm happy and sad about the fact. Like Zameen, one of the older players from the team Bablu, I remember, and one of the players I love to watch. He is playing again, but this game was an early exit for their squad, finishing on the 10th position. RNG, a really good team as well. They played amazing matches on the 11th position this time. HFD on the 12th, H2E on the 13th, the Real TG 14th position, Team2XOfficial on the 15th, and Team TUF on the 16th in this match.
Yeah, I mean, these were the top 16, obviously, out from this match. And Team Bablu, the thing was that they were rotating in from the Northern Georgia Bowl side.
Yeah.
And the first fight that they had, in that they lost one player. And after that, they lost the second one, the third one. And Pikachu was the only one that was left till the end.
The first one wasn't even a fight. They were just driving away and they were just caught off guard by the players of Team Aqua. And that's when Tyrant went down close to ruins. And Pikachu was damaged as well. He was in a risky position. Like, he was left behind and... they just, Zameen and Ghost actually rotated in towards the play zone. They had amazing fights for themselves, but with 2 vs 4 situations, you have to be careful. But let's have a look at the overall standings. And Team Bablu, it is not going to matter how many games they lose. They're still going to be the first one, 205 points. The closest team is going to be Gaming Hub with 146. So there is a massive difference there. And Bablu still has games to go. RNG, they are still going to be on the 4th position. 9 games played. Have 3 more to go, so pretty comfortable. Envy, they are just going to climb up on the 6th position now, so not much changing apart from the fact that only 2 teams' positions will swap around, and it is just going to go up. RNG is going to climb, Envy is going to climb. Let's have a look at the second set of standing and see how many things have changed over there. As Nexus is going to climb up to the 10th position. VFX Oxy, they had a bad game in the last one, so they dropped down to the 9th position, 13th position. North Esports, they climb up, a huge climb with that game. It's going to be on the 14th position for them. Other than that, the standings are pretty much the same as most of the teams over here as well have played 12 games also. And let's move on to the third set, and this is going to be the interesting one. 2XOfficial, game not going to matter, still the 17th. Freestyle, they climb up all the way to the 19th position with that one chicken dinner coming in for their side. And Team TUF, they are going to take a slight dip. R3D Esports still on the 23rd, and Diffuse is still going to be on the 24th.
Yeah, as of now, these were the top 24 out there, but then there are still the teams that are just, trying to go for it. 66 points were there in the 24th. Aqua has had a drop this time. They are on the 25th, but then 5 points difference is what is separating them. H2A is out there on 26 stars on the 27th. FalaQ has had a good jump out there in the 28th. That is where they are right now. HFD on the 29th. Real TG on the 30th. HTeamXRange, they are not playing today. They are on the 31st. And KPK Gaming, the team that has had a bad day yesterday, it just leaves them to the 32nd spot overall.
Yeah, they are pretty much out of it. The Stars are out of it. HTeamXRange is out of it. But the other teams still have a fighting chance to make it inside the top 24. Team Aqua, on the other hand, bad performances from them today, and they are going to be out. So you need to make the games count.
Yeah, I mean, it just matters on that thing only, that how are you playing the games, and you see each and every game cumulatively it just counts. So
yeah, and it was the weirdest, like Pochinki standing out in the balcony, get caught off guard, and all the players get taken out one after the other.
Yeah, like that was the thing. But then still, it was the first game. I mean, there are still 3 games left, but they are going to be the final 3 games. So it's going to matter a lot.
It is definitely going to matter. And the next game that's going to be played on Shanok. It's going to happen after we come back from a short break. So you guys just stay tuned and keep watching. We'll be right back. Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split Pakistan Group Stages. My name is Varun Super Johnny John, being joined on the desk by Ocean Sharma, and we are about to head into the second game that's going to be played on Shanok.
Yeah, the second game, the Shanok's game, the game that can show us some snakes out there. Let's see if those snakes bite or not, because that is going to be one of the things out there. I mean, the first game was good for some teams, like the team Freestyle. They have had a comeback.
Yeah.
In the previous game, they are looking for that top 24 contestation, and they are going for it. But can they continue that pace? That's going to be like a question.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be a question, and things are looking interesting as well, as in they have picked up tricks from the team that got 3 chicken dinners yesterday, FTF, and the trick was avoid fights always until the final circle. Just stay passive, stay hidden, and then in a final circle just come out of the dark and just start taking those final few kills, wherein you know the teams are going to be players down and you are going to be there with all 4 players alive. And that is something we saw yesterday, wherein during the early game stages you wouldn't even notice FTF come in, and then they would just go in and take this. But now let's have a look at the top damage dealers, and HR Snaker from Hellraisers. The man is amazing. 6,167 damage on him. Bablu Ghost is going to be second. 5,160. Pikachu on the third with 4,901 damage. Tyrant is going to be third from the side of Bablu as well. 4,829. And Hellraisers Adnan is going to be on the 5th position with 4,648. So Hellraisers, Bablu has been performing pretty consistently. They have been top performers every single time they play. But on the other side, Hellraisers, their performance graph sort of went up in a straight line, wherein they started off quite slow in the first few games they played, and then their performances started going up, and you could see the change in the players' style of play, because they started off with an aggressive play style, and then they just turned into a passive team, wherein just one player would be up front. There would be Snaker. He would spot out, wait for the get the information for his team. His teammates would come in, and then they would charge in on the team.
Yeah, I mean, it was like it was a working strategy for the team, and it's that thing only. If it works, it works. If it does not work, then maybe you have to go for some different plan or something. But for now, if it was working for the team, they were trying to use that in their favor and just pop the heads, just take the players out and all those things. But then we'll have to see. Team Envy is doing really good.
Yeah.
Bablu, I mean, these teams are in the top 8, but what their fans are lacking wanting from them is, that chicken dinner gameplay, the thing that they are just known for, the thing that they just take out on their opponents.
Yeah, I think as speaking just about Bablu, I think anything below a 14-15 kill game is sort of like a mediocre performance for them. Anyone else, that would be like a good
They are the
game.
best, actually.
Yeah, they are one of the best teams in this region, in this country, and can go, like, the way they play, it feels like on the international stage Bablu can actually stand up to it. But these two teams have been performing really well as well, and it has been a surprise as to how much has changed over the past couple of months. NV 59 kills, RNG 50 kills. Look at the damage to healing ratio. It is a good one, because you need to make sure that you're dishing out twice the damage than you are taking. And that is exactly what this is. 11,372 damage to 6,000 around healing. On the other side, Team RNG, 11,000 damage to 5,700 healing. Headshots, 13 to 10. Chicken dinners, 2 to 1. Points, 144 for RNG, 139 for NV. The difference is not that big, but once again, the stats are what they are supposed to be.
Yeah, as of now, I mean, these are the numbers. It can change. Like, Envy can go for a chicken for themselves as well in this one, and it can just reflect all over them and all those things. But then for now, if we have to go for the things for this particular game of Shanok, I mean, 3 islands. No one tries to go to Camp Alpha. That's like one of the things.
2 islands.
2 islands out there. So Ruins can be a really good area.
Yeah.
And talking about the areas, let's just dive into the game. Let's just dive into the plane, and let's just see where the game just takes us. As you can see, from Docks area to Khao, Tatmok, Paradise, Mongnai, Camp Bravo, Boot Camp, Kampong, Lakavi, Cave. Good areas are out there. Camp Charlie. All those areas are present. Let's see where the teams actually land up. As you can see, Bablu, Pikachu, they have already landed. NV has already landed. TUF has landed. And HFD has landed. So let's just see where the players go.
This is going to be interesting, because I think Bablu and NV, they are both heading towards Painan. And that is just going to mean an early fight coming in. But a question like always, who's going to go to Paradise Resort? Which teams are going to try and fight it out towards boot camp? Because those two, once again, are the places where teams can actually get third party. And only one team sticking to the southern side of the map. That is once again quite interesting. HFD is the only team over there, and Envy actually overshoot it, have passed Pionan by quite a distance. I think they are gonna go towards ruins now.
The circle is a really good circle. I mean, if you just see, it's properly a centralized-ish circle out there. So that's just one of the things that is gonna change everything. And look at this, VFX Oxy. One player is on the one side and the players are on the other side as well, like on the Camp Alpha Island. So that's a 2-2 split coming up from this team, surprising.
Yeah, 2-2 split coming up, but that can cause trouble as Team Nexus have made their way in towards the boot camp area. So they are going to be looking to create chaos and drop the two players from the side of VFX Oxy. But on the other side, the circle, I think this is going to be an easy one, covers all the high priority location, basically has all the teams in it. So no early rotations are going to come in from any teams. They are going to wait for the second or the second circle to actually go in. With the third circle kicking in when the blue zone is actually going to meet it, that's when I think we will see some aggression, some actual fights. But for now, it's just going to be those 1 or 2 teams colliding up against each other. And talking about collision, FS Freestyle, they are going to look to get the second chicken dinner for themselves, as well as Baba with that vector in his hand is going to look to spot the players from the side of North Esports, another team that was present during the final stages of the last game. And Snow is going to be the man whose information is going to be crucial, because if he goes down, that's going to be trouble. But all the players, so Maxi, Amer and Sensei, they are coming in for the rescue of the teammates. Snow is going to get up. I think Baba is waiting for his teammates as well. You do not want to engage in a fight when you know you do not have the numbers. Snow has the QBZ in his hands, and he finds scopes as well. So we have to see if he already has a scope on the gun, or is he going to look for a better one for it. It did not pick up the red dot that was lying on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, if it works, obviously, you know, that like, or maybe his auto pickup might be for something out there. Any SS players just moving in forward, they have spotted out the players from FS, and that is going to be a bad thing, as the first knock almost was about to come out in that one. QBZ with the 6-time spray was coming in really good and really handy, but as of now, I think the players once again being spotted at, being shot at, but alright, Baba has made it to his safety. But I don't think so. Snow wants to let them, you know, go. They are still moving in forward. They are still moving in for the fights, and the fights are happening. Black is in the waterways area. Let's just see what happens as the fights are going to happen. And yes, Snow goes down on the other hand as FS just comes into a fight out there. I mean, FS is looking real. They were right. They were like, you cannot underestimate us. We are out there for the fights, and when we take the fights, we are gonna take the fights out there. That is just looking something really good.
Yeah, that is definitely looking pretty good for these sides. But we have to see, as North Esports, Snow is gonna be taken down. Maxi is quite low, and Futuretsu, he's gonna take a lot of damage from the other side. You need to watch your flanks as well. As North Esports, Amer, he comes in from the sides and is gonna drop a couple of players. Futuretsu, he's gonna be in so much trouble, as now Amer and Sensi, two of the players who are going to be pretty healthy. On the other side, Maxi, he is using those bandages to somehow still survive. Amer has the AK in his hands, is going to cook up the nade, and I think the distance is going to be too much for the throw, but he is closing the gap. He's running towards the players of the Freestyle team, and unlike the last game, this time Freestyle getting a chicken dinner for yourself is going to be hard, as Amer is going to be taken down by Malik. The fight is not over. They still want to do this. Maxi is there right behind him. Amer, you were charging in way too fast. He's going to get punished for that. The nade being cooked by a Black, but can it land on the spot? 2 nades being thrown. Is the damage going to be there as they bounce off into the ocean? Maxi somehow managed to dodge the damage, still being dropped down to 10-20% health. Maxi, he needs to be careful. The teammates from the side of North Esports, they need to come in, but I think that is not going to happen, as Baba is going to finish off Amer. Maxi quite close to these two players, and the situation has gone from bad to worse, as two of the players from the side of North Esports are going to be finished off, and it is going to be a 2 versus 4 situation now.
Yeah, I mean, this can be the second time that FS can go for a dominating gameplay. The previous game, they had a chicken. This game, they will be looking once again for the fights. And NES was the team that was still out there in the previous game, as well as they were, in the top 5 scenario. But I think that can change. As Sensei also goes down. Sensei has been finished a 1v4 situation in the earliest of the stages. 5 minutes into the game, and it's already a 1v4. Futurutsu can just change everything out there, as Maxi is just lying around, and Black will have to move in forward. Malik can move in forward. Black almost was falling down, and he just falls down out there. Bablu Pikachu has been taken down by NV Absol as well. Out there, NES gets eliminated out in this fight right now. As you can see, Bablu Tyrant is giving a revive right now, and NV on the other side of that bridge. A bridge fight between two Goliath of the names. This is going to be an interesting one to see.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be an interesting one to see, as this team has had amazing performances so far. And in this game, Zameen, he is not going to be playing. Danny is back in this one, and we have to see how much of a change in playstyle are we going to witness by just changing one player inside of the game. Because Danny, once again, is one of the best entries this team has, and the man is not scared of anything. Runs into 4 people, somehow manages to get an even trade, goes down himself, takes down one on the other side, and then the entire squad of Bablu just charges in to destroy you while you watch yourself die.
Yeah, like totally true out there. And then the first airdrop has an M249 for the fields. If you just want to go in the fields, just charging it out with the 100 bullets out there. Military vest level 3, helmet level 3, and a backpack level 3 also as well. It's in the quarry area. Yeah. And really close to it, it's gonna be TUF. That is quite close. There's gonna be like some squads. But then look at this boot camp area. All right, so this thing, the thing that we were talking about previously as well, VFX Oxy, they had their players jump on the other side. Now the players have swim through the river, and now they are really close to each other. So in this 3 warehouse location for boot camp, and they have to charge in on Nexus. That's how they are just trying to locate the players if they can. And R3D on the screen, ladies and gentlemen, just waiting out in the area where they are right now. They're on the northern side. The southern side of Tatmok is where they are right now, and they're just sitting out there just trying to wait where they can see some players, if or anything, if the circle just stays on them. Meanwhile, it's about 8 minutes into the game, ladies and gentlemen, and the circle has started to move in. Let's see where the circle goes, and let's see where the rotation actually comes from.
Yeah, we have to see where the rotations are going to come in from and how these teams are going to go in for these fights. But right now, still waiting for those that information about where the players actually are. Taha is going to just stay on this rooftop with this M4 ready for action. But on the other side, TUF Thor, you need to be careful. The players from the side of Bablu are quite close, and this is going to be a 4 versus 4 collision. The door being opened is going to be the information given away that someone is going to be there in that house. But now, Bablu, they are still running out in the open like the fearless warriors that they are, and Danny, I think, is going to look for his opportunity to go in. The players from the side of TUF are split up. You do not want to do that against a team like Bablu specifically, wherein you know that they play the numbers game for themselves, and they are going to be able to out damage anyone that comes against them. But Ghost is going to be taken down as the shots come in. I think the revive is going to be there before the players from the side of Bablu actually decide to go in. The Molotov is there just to stop the rush from this entire team. We have seen these happen on Shanok as well. A 1 versus 1 situation turned into a 4 versus 1 just because the kills were not confirmed against these players. And even in that fight, the players from Bablu were sitting at a disadvantage and still managed to wipe out the team in front of them. So is it going to be the same way today as it was on day number 1? Is Bablu going to stand tall up against everyone on the game of Shanok as well? Or are they going to be taken down by the players from the side of TUF, a team that is looking to establish themselves in this PMCO 2020 spring split? And now Tyrant, with the third person perspective, is looking to spot out the players from the side of TUF who are going to try and go for the peak. I think if Venom peaks, that's going to be it. Danny, once again, he is looking for the flanks, has rotated towards her, but now is looking for a careful position. The Thor is in front of them, the shots coming in, that's going to be information giving it away. Danny cooking up that nade, switches over to the first person perspective for a better accuracy, and Is that nade gonna land? I think it fell a bit short and on the outside. So another one is gonna be prepared. Pikachu did take some damage, but the heals are gonna come in as Danny is gonna go in for a flank. And now the rushes are gonna come in. Thor moves towards the back of the house, but he is gonna be spotted at any given second now. Behind the wall, the shots come in. The knock is gonna be there as Ghost is gonna be there with his teammate, and that's gonna be the finish. Another one being knocked down. Tyrant is gonna take down Terminator, but Venom is gonna drop Tyrant, but the finish is not there as Thor is gonna be finished from this game. Bablu, they come in strong as Tyrant. He is the only man knocked down, and the situation has turned from a 4 versus 4 to a 2 versus 3 situation as two of the players, a 1 versus 3 situation. Venom is the only man left standing. Two of the players from the side of TUF were already finished off.
Venom, run away if you can right now, otherwise it won't be a chance anymore as Bablu has arrived once again. This is gonna be the best thing that viewers have seen right now, because Bablu is ready for the domination, and the domination is just coming in. Terminator just sitting out there. Terminator is just trying to trying to see the location if he can, but can Venom just capitalize on that? That will be quite something. Tyrant, he has had his revive, and look at this. Look at this, the best thing out here. 3 players, when they move in, they just move in forward without any tensions, without any frustration, and that's how they are going for it. TF Terminator also goes down. All the players just going and charging in right now from either of the directions. Envy comes in as well as the players get shot at, but Deadshot, he has been spotted and his health has been taken down. Now it's going to be Bablu versus Envy. Is that the fight that we wanted to see? Yes, exactly. Will it happen right now? Probably it will be happening as the players have been spotted. The shots are coming. Bablu, do not fear Envy. Envy, do not fear Bablu. And they are just trying to take the fights with themselves. Let's see what happens as Envy Moise, he has 1 kill right now. He has a kill for himself, but can he just increase that number? Let's see what happens out in this one.
Yeah, we have to see what is going to happen in this fight, because this is the fight. This is one of the fights that everyone wants to watch. This is the fight that everyone wants to see. And this is definitely going to be interesting as both the teams are going to be fighting with full power. Bablu, having already dealt with one of their opponents, are going to look to deal with the other one. And the pressure, that the fact that they are already in the zone is just going to be there just because they are in the circle. As I said, a little bit of a brain lag over there. But Ghost, with that DMR in his hand, he has spotted a couple of feats from the side of players from the side of Envy as they were jumping around, but the shots still not being fired. Still being careful. You need to land those clear shots. Every single bullet you fire needs to do the damage, otherwise it's just going to be ammo wasted. And Ghost is looking to do the same as he is looking to provide cover for the players, other players, as Danny and Pikachu. They will look to flank the other time as well. Exactly how it happened. Danny went in, went for the charge in. Ghost came in for the cover. They got the knocks from the enemy team, and the finish was there to follow up soon. But now this can be a third-party situation as Envy and Bablu, they have spotted each other out, but HFD, the players are still hiding in that hut.
Yeah, they are still hiding out in that area of Query right now, and Envy is trying to move in forward towards them. Envy is changing their perspective right now, changing their POV from Bablu to HFD. We'll have to see what happens out in this one. Envy has all the 4 players, but Abstra has been spotted. He has been taken down. Moise has been taken down. A surprising turn of events as HFD, they drop 2 players. Deadshot and Psych are the only 2 players left, and Murtaza takes the kill of Abstra. The guy who was wreaking havoc with his gun has been taken out. That is a good strategy. Just take out the first one who is gonna rain terror on you. Then you don't have to be scared about anyone. Cronus is trying to spot some more players. Deadshot is moving in forward. Can he or can he not just give cover out here? Uma is trying to spot the players as well. Deadshot's smokes are going to be popping in right now anytime soon, and as the smokes just pop in, they will try and go to take out the revive on Moise, and he is going was shot at a while, but then is still safe. Aqua Hamza comes into the equation. Aqua Fatty comes into the equation as it drop down players from R3D as well out in the Tatmokish area, like the south of Tatmok, as you can see out here. And oh my god, that spray by Fatty was a good one as Colossi just goes down out in that one. Walker is out there, Easy is out there, Vandy is moving forward with his M4. What's gonna happen? He is still trying to spot the players out in that one. He is trying to spot where he can see the players. He saw one, Hamza out in the open. Walker just sprayed on him and a lot of health has been taken down of Hamza. He's still out there. Moise has also been taken down by Murtaza on the other side. So Envy. Dead shot also goes down by HFT. Cronin is just one player of Envy. Look at that. Look at that. That was an interesting spray out there by Easy. The revive is coming in out on that one. We'll have to see what happens. Envy Psych is a lone survivor out in this one. And look at that. Penny is moving forward as revives are happening. Easy will be taken down out on that one. And Walker, the lone survivor remaining. Can he pull off a 1v3 right now? A much more tensionous situation for this guy, but he will have to step up. He will have to step up to the competition, but in a surprising turn of events, that is going to be the end of R3D Esports out there.
Yeah, definitely a big surprise coming in over there as R3D is going to be wiped out by the players from the side of Aqua. But once again, let's focus on the team that got the chicken dinner in the last game. It is going to be Freestyle on our screens right now as NV Moise is going to be taken down by the player from the side of HFD. Another interesting fight happening over there, and we still have to see if someone is going to capitalize on that situation or are the teams just going to deal with each other. As Black from FS is going to look to spot the players from the side of DFUZe, but the peak shots just not managing to land every single thing. Some of them connected. Biswa has been dropped down to around 50% health, but he is still going to be alive as now he knows where the players are and now he can actually cover himself, position himself perfectly right behind the tree. Last time he was just focused on the other players, and so he was pretty much visible from there.
Yeah, I mean, that was just one of the things that was just happening out there. But then look at this. FalaQ, they are moving in forward. This time just trying to have an even better game than before. The zone is quite centralized, so the players will be in the circle right now. And the FalaQ squad has to get inside the circle. Envy Psych just sitting at the end of the query area, the query edge out there because he is left all alone. This is the best thing that I like about Bablu squad. If you see the circle, they are in the right center of the circle. They are like, everyone just come at us, we will take the fight for ourselves, and they just don't, they're not scared of any team out there. But there is one team that is just moving right close to that is HFT that wants to move in, because see, HFT took a fight with Envy right now and they just dropped in 3 players from Envy, so they'll be looking forward to take the more and more fights out there. And let's see if they do it. How are they going to do it? How is it going to happen? And how, what kind of scenarios can it just bring out for them?
Yeah, because this team has always been one of those teams, and we have seen this from them as well, wherein they just fight 4 teams at the same time and actually wipe out all of them with just one player focused on each team. They have that kind of firepower, and being in the center, if they can actually control those compounds for themselves, I don't think any team is going to have an easy time dealing with them. They are just going to destroy anyone they see, and right now, they just need to get into an even better position, and there are these compounds present in the dry road on the minimap that you can see that Bablu is going to look to control and is going to look to fight from there. But now, since the circle has grown smaller, in the meanwhile, the 5th circle as it comes, I think that is the point where the aggression is going to start going up, because it is going to be an open area fight, and the mountains are going to provide a lot of information. You are going to see peak fights, you're going to see low ground, high ground fights, you're going to see compound fights come in, but the gatekeeping from the edges, that is also another thing that you're going to be seeing, since a lot of the teams are right now outside the play zone and they will be coming in. In a meanwhile, other teams that are in the play zone can look to position themselves right on the edge and stop teams from entering in. Just like HFD have done, H2E are on the outside area of the circle and HFD have taken the higher ground on the top of the mountain. So once HFD, if they abandon this situation without even thinking, they are going to be in trouble, but they are going to be in trouble no matter what, as Freestyle come in from the rear. One player being taken down. Baba is going to be taken down as a return favor. GamerX dishing out the damage, but now the information is going to be there that 2 players are present in that compound, and GamerX is still pretty healthy. Baba is going to be revived, and in the meanwhile, another player from the side of FS, Futuretsu, he's quite close, just dealing with the information, hearing the sounds, and he is going to hear Old Boy coming in towards their direction. Baba has been revived. Malik going for the far off flank. Failure. Dread. GamerX. Old Boy, can you hold on against this team that got the chicken in the last game and has already been the reason for the wipeout of one squad earlier on? 1.
Exactly, and you can see Failure just trying to take that TPP as Malik was sitting out there. Can you or can you not? I think he has spotted the players. Old boy has done some damage, but has taken the damage on his side as well from the back end as well. Cronus takes down Buzurutsu. Black is moving in forward. 10 HP. That is going to be the end of Freestyle. The team that has had a chicken dinner in the first game, that dominated in the second game's early start, just goes out. Look at that. Solo King takes down one player. Goes back to the cover right now. I mean, obviously that is one thing that he needed to do. RNG still surviving out there. I mean, the player has been taken down, but still, he is trying to survive. On the other hand, HFD's Cronus has 3 kills for himself, and the bad thing starts now. RNG has to get inside the circle. They have to be in the open area. The circle is really close to the other squad, that is TG, the real TG. They are out there contesting the zone for them. Is RNG going to go out there, or is RNG just going to sit outside the zone? But Sahab, on the other hand, just sitting out here. On this area and just trying to survive, gets inside the zone and takes down one. Ronnie is outside the circle, still taking up the fights. Interesting fights by his side. Does not have a time to even pop up a first aid for himself. A grenade is coming in. The first aid is being popped up. The grenade has been thrown. It is going to be a bit close. Takes his HP down and he is going to be left applying bandages right now. Defuses. One more player goes down. The revives are coming in by Umar. What's going to happen? Ronnie moving in forward. Ronnie is moving in forward. Takes down one once again. Oh my god, impressive gameplay. Cronus is the last player surviving, but that 4x is one thing that is just gonna leave him out there. Now Cronus can just give a revive and the team can have a sigh of relief after all.
Yeah, HFD played that fight in an amazing manner, and look at this, they are going to be in the zone now. Bablu is outside the zone, so they need to fall back, they need to make their way in. On the other side, VFXoxy, they are making their way in while stopping the players from the side of 2xOfficial that are coming behind them. But TG the bot, he's going to catch one of the players off guard. Not going to matter as he's going to be dropped by the player from the side of RNG. Ahmad doing the damage and staying quite healthy. But the other player from the side of TG is also going to be caught. And the real TG, they are going to take an exit from this game quite early on. VFXoxy trying to fight the blue zone. Can they make it? Envy is going to be eliminated from this game. Team Bablu, they are going to be able to catch Reaper off guard. And RNG is also going to take the exit. The blue zone dishing out a lot of damage. Now Bablu, they have to be careful. They need to run from here. The blue zone is going to cause a lot of trouble for them. And the rotations are going to be compromised. But now Hamza from the side of Aqua, he has to deal with Taha from the side of North Esports. The blue zone is going to be there, but that's not going to matter. Fatty is going to come in. He's going to go down. And Fandy is going to be the man who clutches this one out for his team. Bablu Pikachu is going to get the kill for the player from the side of VFXoxy. Ghost is going to finish off Aqua Hamza. Aqua Fatty is going to be taken down as well. And Fandy is the only man left standing. Can he be finished off? Because if he's taken out, that's going to mean that Aqua are going to be out of this game. And I think that is going to happen in a little bit. Aqua still standing there with 2 players there. Bablu is in this game with all 4. So down to the top 5 teams. Danny is going to be taken down in a bad situation. But right now, Ghost is returning the favor as he is firing those shots towards the players from the side of FalaQ. The smoke is going to be popped so that he can revive his teammates who are going to be in trouble. Just one player down for the side of Bablu and the other one was quite low. But now the blue zone is coming. Can you take this one? Ghost is going to be taken down by Oways from the FalaQ squad. It is not looking good for the side of Bablu. You need to get the revives done. Ghost is trying to come in slowly and steadily, but can he make his way in? Pikachu is going to catch the player off guard. Oways being taken down by Tyrant, and Bablu still with the fighting spirits because Danny was revived, and Pikachu is going to manage to connect with that M4 3x spray.
Impressive scenario that just came out here. That was more than amazing. S3 old boy still trying to spot the players. Bablu Tyrant gets his kill as FalaQ Oasis goes down. Plays on each of Bablu Ghost, but then that is no kill given to anyone. FalaQ is was outside the circle with just one player surviving out for themselves. The other one needs a revive, and HFD's butts up. As you can see, is trying to spot the players. FalaQ clone, the kill has been taken by this player. Respect was a lone survivor, not anymore as Bablu Tyrant takes him down. This is Aqua versus Bablu versus HFD versus H2E. 3 versus 3 versus 2 versus 2. Which team is gonna be on top is gonna be one of the questions. 8 kills for Team Bablu, 9 for HFD, 8 for Team Aqua, and 5 for H2E. Murtaza has a grenade in his hands and he throws a grenade onto Dread's side. Will it be a grenade kill? No, it just drops his HP down to 10 HP as you could see from the drone view out there. Old boy, on the other hand, just sitting out there. Players moving in really close to him. He has been taken down. Dread is still surviving out in that area. Can he or can he not take a fight as Bablu Pikachu takes on Murtaza as well on one side from coast to coast spray. Bablu is outside the circle. No players inside the circle. Aqua takes on H3, Old boy, and Batsab has spotted one of the players, but he will be taking shots from the other direction. Aqua goes down as Dread takes up a fight. Aqua will be finished, leaving Aqua to just one player surviving right now, and this is looking really bad for the team out here. But as you can see, H2E Dread with a domination eliminates Team Aqua. Bablu Pikachu is moving inside the circle with a jiggle. He is going for a jiggle right now. That is really good and impressive strategy. See, Tyrant moves in, Pikachu gives the cover. Tyrant moves in, Pikachu moves in, Tyrant gives the cover. That is an impressive strategy out there coming from the squad. Muntaza is outside the circle, but Saab is outside the circle. Drop shot from Dani is going to take down one player as well as he just takes up a kill. But from behind, he gets shot at. Dread has to move in forward. Dread spots one. Dread takes him down. HFD, but Saab also goes down out here. Umar is the lone survivor. Bablu with two players. Can it be their chicken dinner out here? Umar has spotted one player, almost, but missing out on all the shots right now. Now just one shot if connects, that is going to be the end. But Saab has been taken down. Now HFD and H3 are with one player and Bablu with two. They can easily take this fight in themselves, on themselves. The circle's edge is what is favoring them, but Dread and Umar, will they be unknowingly working together? That is going to be one of the questions. Who is going to have a chicken dinner in the match of Shanok? Is Bablu coming back? Is this the comeback game for that team? They will have to answer this question right now. What is going to happen out there? Umar has to move in. Pikachu with the Molotov, almost just hitting Dread. It was behind him for now. But what is going to happen? Umar is outside the circle. He is not giving his kill to someone. He's using the final first hit, and after this, he will be trying to move inside the circle. Does not have a helmet, does not have a vest. Even one bullet hit will be the end for him. Dread with 1 HP. And the game actually ends. This was incredible. He was left out with 1 HP and it was just the end game for him. Impressive comeback coming after by the team Bablu out there.
Yeah, after losing the first game, I think they were pretty angry with this one because this wasn't the aggressive Bablu. This was the tactical Bablu that we saw. And like, it was things that you see at a really high level of PUBG Mobile play, wherein as you were explaining it, the back and forth covers one after the other rotations, that is a really high level play that and it needs to be executed perfectly, because at a moment if you are not covering for your teammates and they get shot at, that's going to be a free knock coming in.
Exactly.
And as it happened during the misplay where no one was covering for Danny and he got taken out and finished off, but then they covered up so fast that they actually went full passive and took the chicken dinner for themselves. But MVP for the game, it's going to be Bablu Tyrant. 4 kills, 606 damage, 3.8 kilometers distance traveled, and 25 minutes survival time. And this time around, I think this has to be one of the lowest kill games for Bablu, with just 10 kills for themselves, which is a 30-point play still coming in.
Even if 10 kills, it's a double-digit game for themselves. I'll buy that one if anything. But then we'll have to see like what happens after all of this. The chicken dinner run is back.
Yep.
They had chicken dinners on the first day. They are having it on the last day right now. So it's once again coming to the final circle at the end. And let's just have a look at the top 5 players out there. H2 Dread with 5 kills, Aqua with 5 kills, HFD Cronus with 5, Bablu Tyrant with 4, and HFD's Batsab with 3 kills, 669 damage for him. So this has been a really good run for all these players, if anything. But let's talk about one team, Aqua.
Yeah.
Aqua, when they were fighting R3D, the way that they were, trying to shoot the players, that was like really impressive. But then what went wrong is their rotation inside the circle. They were fighting outside the circle. You need to understand that the circle is also going to do damage as compared to your...
Exactly. That is one thing that we talk about always, that that is useless damage that you're taking for no reason. You need to make sure that you're fighting inside the play zone. Taking blue zone damage and then fighting out is just putting yourself at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
And getting caught out of getting caught in bad rotations, I think that has been the trend for Aqua today, because that happened in Erangel as well. Trying to rotate out of Pochinki out in the open from the southern side of Pochinki, the players just were caught out. But let's have a look at the standings for this game. Bablu is obviously going to be first. The closest team to them is going to be H2E, 7 points behind, 23 points. HFD on the 20-point mark, 3rd position. Aqua on the 4th. FalaQ is going to be on the 5th position in this game. VFXoxy on the 6th. 2xOfficial on the 7th. Freestyle on the 8th with 5 points. So moving on to the next set of standings, next set of teams, let's have a look and see how they are doing. Team RNG on the 9th position, Nexus Team on the 10th, the Real TG on the 11th, Team Envy is going to be 12th, DFUZeOfficial on the 13th, R3D Esports on the 14th, Team TUF on the 15th position, and North Esports on the 16th position.
So North Esports had the initial fight out there with FS and where the squad. I mean, North East was a team that charged in, but then they got charged out as well, as the players were already ready with their loot just sitting out there. So that was like one of the things that just changed everything. But I would want to see where it keeps them in the overall standings. So let's just have a look at the overall standings as well, because I want to see where Envy is also out there. Bablu obviously is on the top. Like there's no now. This is the thing. Placement points and total kills, now there's a gap. If it had not been the gap, that would have been like impressive, obviously. But then 4 chicken dinners it's a good number. We would like to see. All right, I was telling him in the previous casting.
Yeah, no one has 5.
No one has 5 chicken dinners for now. Can Team Bablu be the first team to have 5 chicken dinners? Because that will be more than impressive.
Or what if they just go for 6 now? 2 more games remaining? And that's going to tag the record with Mega Conquerors, right?
Yeah, it will be a beautiful thing to see, obviously. RNG out there on the 2nd, they have had a good jump right now, 149 points. Gaming up on the 3rd, HR on the 4th. Envy, they are slowly and steadily just coming up, and they are on the 5th. Portal Esports on the 6th, FTF on the 7th, and LOU Esports is out there on the 8th position. Moving on the next set, 247 Gaming is sitting on the 9th, Nexus on the 10th, Team VFX Oxy is out there on the is out there on the 11th position. Rogue Nation on the 12th. Fime is out there on the 13th. North Esports on the 14th, Arkadians on the 15th, and 2xOfficial on the 16th. But after this is the area where you barely survive or you try to survive, because 17 to 24 is going to be the position where a team wants to be if they've had their good games. F2D is out there on the 17th, Freestyle on the 18th. They have had a good run in the previous game, and the first game was the chicken dinner. BTK on the 19th, Aqua is on the 20th for now, Blacklist on the 21st, H2E on the 22nd, TUF on the 23rd, and R3D Esports is sitting on the 24th as of now.
Yeah, but now it's going to be time for the danger zone, as RSxTeamx out of the tournament now. 12 games played, 25 points, sitting on the 25th position. DFUZeOfficial can actually make it in, but for that they will need a lot of points. Still have 2 more games to go. Can this happen? 26th position, HFD on the 27th, FalaQ on the 28th. The Stars, they are going to be out of this as well. 12 games played, 29th position. The Real TG are in a lot of trouble right now. So the possibility for them making it, that is also pretty far away. They have 44 points, the difference between them and just RSxTeamx, the team on the 25th. That's massive enough. So closing that gap is going to be a big trouble. So the Real TG, they are out of it. HTeamXRange, they are going to have trouble. And KP Gaming sitting on the last spot right now, 12 games played. So they are done as well.
They're done as well, yeah, right now. And so the Stars, RSX, and KPK, these teams are done for now. But then the other teams, they still have a chance. Like, just imagine, no, I'm not gonna say it that way, but just imagine. See, Aqua is in 17 to 24. Imagine they have a bad game and all other teams kind of have a good game. So it's just gonna topple each and everything out there. So I mean, Aqua also needs to be worried about the situation, because they are safe, but these 2 games can change each and everything at the situation.
Yeah, it can definitely change a lot. And let's have a look at the kill leaders, where all the 4 players from the side of Bablu are going to be back in the top 5. Pikachu is going to be first, 32 kills. Ghost on the second, 27 kills. Tyrant on the third, 27 kills as well. Snaker from the side of Hellraisers is going to be fourth, 25 kills. And Bablu Danny is going to be the 5th with 24 kills. So all 4 guys almost together. And on the 6th position, it's going to be Envy Abso, 22, PES, Portal Esports, Vegeta with 20 kills. Hellraisers Adnan is going to be 8, 19 kills. Gaming Hub Adil, 19 kills, 9th position. 10th being taken by Gaming Hub KMD with 19 kills as well.
Yeah, as of now, this is a scenario out here. So after this, I would like to see like which team, because after this it's gonna be Vikendi, right?
Yep.
The unpredictability map out there, the weird map shifts and all those things.
The
so
Vikings map.
Yeah, the Vikings. Let's see which team wins. Why am I doing this? Let's see which team wins out in that one, and how that happens.
Yeah, we'll definitely have a look at that. But before that, let's have a short break. So you guys just stay tuned. We'll be right back. Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split Pakistan Group Stages. My name is Varun Super Johnny John, being joined on the desk by Ocean Sharma, and we are about to head into the third game that's going to be played on the land of chaos, the land of surprises, Vikendi.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know, like we have a mini map feed now. Why am I seeing Erangel's map on that? That's like one of the things. Let's just. I think we are also in a surprise or something. That might be one of the things that can happen out there. But nevertheless, I think we will be in the game as we're going to talk. And yes, it is Erangel. One more surprise coming in. This is Erangel, ladies and gentlemen, the third game out here. And from military base to Kameshki, I don't see these names in Vikendi. Yasna Apuliana is where the players can head to. Milta is the place where the players can head towards. All right, one more thing as the players are heading. Let's just. I was thinking about it before going pre-break, what am I saying? So, a huge shout out that we were supposed to give to Mortal for completing 4 million subscribers of himself, and obviously Scout's Instagram got verified, and that's a really interesting thing. Like, we are casting PMCO Pakistan, but you know, India and Pakistan, they go close to hand in hand. So gaming holds no boundaries. Yeah. It's a congratulations from the viewers as well to you guys.
Yeah, a huge congratulations, hitting big landmarks for your careers and for your futures. And it is going to be an incredible performances from these guys as well when they actually make it into the World League, where the teams of Pakistan and teams from India will be going up against head-to-head against each other. So that is also going to be pretty interesting.
Exactly. And on a surprising turn of events, Bablu, you see, has landed on the other area, on a new area, and TG Smelly Socks is out there, and Edgar, you can see Edgar and all those players just out there. And just show us the minimap for 1 second. Just show us the minimap for 1 second. If you can see the players there. There's just no one in the zone right now, and everyone's they're just compacted out in the area. That is just more than interesting right now.
Yeah, everyone is just heading outside the zone, and except one guy. It's just Bablu Tyrant and his team who are heading towards
they're in the center. They're in the dead center right now.
Yeah, they're the only ones who are heading towards the Ferry Pier Primorsk area. Two players, TGTUF on the military base. NV once again going towards the Novo side. VFX Oxy taking control of the Stalberg Kameshki area for themselves, and everyone else just went to Yasna Poliana and Prison and Milta sort of shelter locations.
Yeah, I mean, so this is like one of the things, like players would like to go. VFX is going for a Stalberg Kameshki split for themselves, and what's going to happen out in this one is going to be one of my questions out there. We'll have to see, and I think players are dropping dead. As we were talking about the fights, the early fights, as one of the players has bitten the dust out in the school-ish area. If anything, Pochinki is empty. Georgopol is empty, and look at this, school apartments, diffuse. They are taking fight against North Esports. North Esports had this in the previous game as well. Maxi takes down one with a pistol. That is just impressive going out there, and Hani will also go down. That's going to be the end of the first team out here. So this time North Esports did not make a single mistake. Previously they were the first squad to be eliminated, but now they know their mistakes and they are ready for it, and this is a good thing. Sensei has the invader set on himself, and it looks really good on him. And Colossi, on the other hand, as you can see on the screen, ladies and gentlemen, he has a Season 2 Ace outfit. He had that one. RSxTeamx Walker has that thing, the Polar Bear outfit for himself. And school apartment area, like as of now, literally less teams are inside the circle. I want to see what happens when they are going to start their rotations, when the circle is going to hit them and all those things. Like that's going to happen after 2 minutes and 30 seconds. We'll see what happens at that area.
Yeah, we'll definitely see what is going to happen in this one. As now, once again, the teams, they spread out, but now they will be looking to land into their usual places. Look at this. FalaQ is going to head towards the Zarki area for themselves, not going for the split this time around. And HFD, they are just heading towards the Georgopol area for themselves. And a lot of teams still constricted towards the Yasna Poliana and School Rozok location. So that, I think, is going to be an early fight. As look at this. Okay, so Tyrant was the only guy who went to Ferry Pier. His other two teammates, Danny Pikachu, and I think the last player is also going to be present towards the Yasna Poliana location. So that is going to be an interesting situation. As I have been saying for the past 3 minutes, fights can happen over there at any given time. It's a huge city, and it's quite easy to hear the footsteps while the players are going to be rotating for the loots, and as the sound cues come in, you can strategize your engagements.
Yeah, that is totally true out there. And R3D in the Rozhok area, they are just, just going to go for their loots and just going to pick up their loots as they can out for themselves. We'll have to see what happens. Rozhok area seems like a good area to rotate, to loot and all those things, but what next? What next movement can they do? Because they are in the circle, but they are at the edge of the circle. The edge of the circle that just touches Rozhok, and after that is going to be something. But Bablu, I think Bablu Danny is the person that I saw in the kill feed running out there. He did not he did not pop anyone down as of now, but he was taking some shots on someone. So this is a interesting one.
Yeah.
Bablu Tyrant is in Ferry Pier.
Yep.
While whole of the Bablu squad is near Mansion area. Like, this is an interesting one for me. Mansion, the school apartments, the middle area to all those areas. So that 3-1 split surprises me.
Yeah, that is definitely surprising, but I think they do have a plan in mind for themselves, because keeping a player safe, I think that is the strategy they're going for this one. Tyrant, he is going to protect their cover for the later stages of the game just by being in the center, and they will have a rotation available for themselves. But on the other side, that could actually mean that if the other players get caught out, they are going to be in a lot of trouble for themselves, and HTeamXRange is quite close to them, so they are closing in from the behind. Bablu, they need to be careful, but Freestyle is there as well. The team that got the chicken dinner in the first game of Erangel, will they do it again this time around? That is going to be a big question, as Envy, as always, they are going to enjoy the control of Novo that they have for themselves.
Yeah, I mean, as of now, that seems like a good thing. But then this is a circle on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have to see what happens in the as the circle is going to be moving slowly and steadily in the other areas. Bablu, as you can see, like now they've started their movement. But look at this, look at this.
Yep.
So many cars are moving behind them. Bablu, 2X officials, freestyle. Like so many players are just moving in just one simple direction for the bridge, if I'm not wrong. And TUF has had a southern military area for themselves alongside TG out there, the real TG as they like to call themselves, and Envy is unfazed by from their drop of Novo. They have the circle like fairly close to them. You know what I want? I want a bridge fight happening, like a bridge blocks and all those things that just happen. I wish to see that thing happening out here, but then that is gonna be a story for another day right now. But then Bablu's players, Bablu Pikachu, they all are coming really close to Bablu Tyrant, so that's gonna be one of the things. And FS, they have stopped to loot in one of the areas, but then 2X was fairly close to them.
Yeah, it will be fairly close, and I agree with you. Even I want to see the bridge fights coming in, as it is an aggressive sort of situation wherein, yeah, you are fighting on the corridors. The teams on the two extreme ends of the bridge camps are definitely going to be having the advantage, and the teams in the middle are just going to have to deal with it, and you are forced to fight. These are open fights. You do not have the cover of the compounds of the buildings, so only one option is going to be there, as players from the side of Freestyle are just ramming each other and just having fun this time around.
I mean, as of now, this is the case out with the players out with the freestyle. And look at this, NES. They have had one fight. They won the second fight. They want the second fight, and they are fairly close to Rozhok. I don't know if they have seen R3D's players out there or not, but if they haven't, I think they are gonna go for it. And if they go for it, I think they are gonna go and fight it out, if anything, because they are fairly in the middle of R3D's players. Like, they are themselves creating a sandwich situation for themselves. As R3D's on one side. Two players of R3D on one side and two players, and they drop down one player. Are gonna finish him. Exactly, just go for it. Azio has been taken down. Snow goes down as Joker knows the fight right now. Emmer, he has to spot the player. R3D's Joker is gonna go for it. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? The cover is out there for Colossi, and as Colossi needs to put up his bandages and offer first aid, whatever he's gonna use. But after this, I think R3D is gonna be looking really good with their fights, because they don't have the numbers advantage now, but all they have is a chance to take up the fight, because they are surrounding a 2v4v1 scenarios. They are two players here, four players in the middle of North Esports, and one player on the other side. So we'll have to see if they can just take this fight as of now. But I think for now, Joker and Walker, they can phase NES.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be it. But now on this side, Colossi, he is going to be in trouble as the damage has been traded out. And now the other players from the side of NES are going to run out of that situation. But Walker, he is going to be in trouble, as now creating the backstab is going to be a bit tricky since the revive on Snow, if that happens, you need to rush in now. He's going to revive his own teammate instead. And Joker, he's going to be up and standing in a matter of seconds. But as I was saying, Snow, if he gets revived, Sensi is coming in for the cover as well. North Esports are setting up for this situation. The nade being thrown. Is it going to take him out? And yes, the knock is going to come back in again. And Joker once again in trouble. A 1 versus 3 situation because Snow is going to be up and alive in any second. Sensi once again, as I was saying, the nade being cooked for the second time. And if this one lands, this is going to take out both the players, and yes, it does, but quite far away, and the damage was just not there. And now the players are isolated. Walker, can you take this 1 versus 3 fight? I don't think so. As the TPP comes in, the drop shot is going to drop down one, but the second one coming in from behind, Walker is going to be taken down, and Joker is going to be finished. That's going to be bad for the team of R3D, but Colossi from the far off distance is going to come into play now.
Yeah, that is gonna happen out here. So the thing that's gonna happen is now, see, NES, they've had 2 fights, they've wiped out players. So NES is looking really good. They want one chicken dinner, and I think they'll be looking forward to it. The first circle is gonna come in just less than 10 seconds, and I'd like to see where the circle actually takes us. Like the 11-minute mark, when it hits, the circle will be there. The circle's rotations will be there, and the circle's movements are gonna be commencing really soon, less than 5 seconds or so, as the first second Erangel takes up 11 minutes of the time. And as you can see, this is an interesting one for me.
Yep.
This is the Gatka, the Query Gatka-ish area, not the Gatka but the Query-ish area, Query 2 Brits. That is where the circle is going to be, and the first airdrop, before, it has been looted already. Like someone just left a level 3 backpack and 8x scope. I mean, you could have picked the 8x scope if someone in your team wanted to use a sniper or something, but then they were like, nah, I'll just let it be there. I don't care about my teammates. I want my loot. I want my helmet in vest. That's all. I'm just gonna go out of
that's just being greedy. Yeah, but what is this? This is not a classic game. I mean, that's not gonna be the decision. But I think if you have all good assaulters on your team and no one wants to snipe, then yeah, why would you pick an 8x scopes for yourself? But I think, as you said, picking it up would have actually been a better decision, because in the future, if you actually get the AWM in your hands from a future drop, or if you get a good sniper in your hand like the Kar 98, then that scope would have been so important. But another reason for not picking in the scope would have been that they already have one.
Yeah, I mean that will be out there, so we'll have to see what happens. The second airdrop, this time we know what's in this one. We have a Groza, we have level 3 helmet vest, and a backpack as well. So this is a new meta, right? Previously we used to see just the helmets and vests in the airdrop alongside with a gun or something. Now backpacks are also arriving slowly and steadily, level 3s. So that is like a new thing. Like if you want a level 3 loot, you can have the level 3 backpack as well for yourself out there. So that is like a new meta-ish thing that is just coming out in this one. Meanwhile, out here we are 12 minutes and about to be 40 seconds into the game. We'll have to see where the circle actually lands and where it goes. But on the other hand, VFX Blade Oxy, he has had a bit of damage for himself, but now he will be trying to stay safe. They are picking up all the meds and everything that they just need for themselves. They are going to be out there boosting up for themselves, and maybe, just maybe, going to go for the fights once again if the fights are going to hit them. But then as of now, they are safe. They are safe in their areas. They are safe in their compounds. Not anymore, as AWM. That was what was in the first airdrop, ladies and gentlemen. AWM just comes in and it just takes one player down. So I know why he did not pick up the 8x, because he had an 8x already with the AWM, and that was an interesting shot by old boy.
Or if you want to be petty, you just pick it just because you don't want your opponents to have it.
Maybe.
I am a petty person and I would actually do that. So that is also an interesting thing you could have done. But on the other side, being a good person, you have an 8x, do not want to take more than you have already and what is sufficient for you. So the AWM with the 8x coming into play this time around, and the first victim was visible on our screens. But how many people are going to fall to the green cannon? That is going to be the question.
Yeah, it is definitely going to be the question out there, because Arctic Warfare Magnum, that just, you know, the slowest one does the highest damage. I mean,
Yep.
the reload time is out there, only 5 bullets and all those things. So you kind of need to, use it with proper variation. So that's like one of the things. Smellysox, on the other hand, out there with DP in his hands right now, just trying to spot the players. And Dread, he has the AWM this time around. He is gonna see. He has spotted the players of PFX Oxy out there, but still, the damage was done once. Now they know that they should not be peeking, otherwise the helmets are gonna go once again. So, and they'll just stay out there in that area. They'll just say they'll just be out there. And this is going to be the slow phase of the fights right now, like the 15-minute mark, because the players will try and spot each other, but then they will be having an adequate cover to play with them. So there's a circle is going to come in, and the military base is empty now. Obviously, the second airdrop, no one could take it because that was in the water area. That is still really close to one of the teams out there, as you can see in the minimap, but still no one is going to keep it. No one is going to take it, and the players are still going to just stay in their locations. You can say they are going to chill in their locations and wait for other players to make a mistake, or maybe just go for a drive-by or something. But for now, the players are going to just stay safe out in their areas.
Yeah, they are just going to be safe as moving towards Ferry Pier. I think that is going to be an interesting situation. But Zameen, he is going to be reuniting with his teammates. And Bablu, they are going to be in a comfortable position now as all the members are together. But they still have to deal with the fact that they are present on the eastern side of the Ferry Pier. And there are a lot of teams closing in towards their direction as well. But Dread, with that AWM in his hands, is barely going to miss out from the opportunity of spotting out the players from the side of VFX. So
Yeah.
they are going to be happy about that, I think.
I mean, for the second time, they'll be happy because the first time the shot was connected and it just
Yeah.
took one player down. So now they'll be like, all right, so that's one bullet waste. So let's just make him waste more bullets out there if he can, or if he will go for it, because he has his eyes on VFX players. He is still trying to spot them. If he does, obviously, he's going to do a lot of damage out here. But still, he hasn't done it as of now. And I saw Bablu Zameen as well on the right-hand side for him somewhere. We'll have to see where the players are from those squads, like Bablu. You can see they are out there. Pikachu and Zameen is out there. Tyrant is out there. Where is Danny? That's going to be one of the questions. And NV squad is also going to be one of the questions, where they are. Where is Aqua? Where are the other players? And how are they going to deal with their rotations? As the circle is going to shift in a while, and the circle shift, which team will be in the next circle or which team will not be in the next circle, those will be some minor questions, as the circle has shifted and the third zone will be coming in really soon after this one.
Yeah, it is going to be interesting. But now the squad of Bablu, they are looking to rotate, and they can catch a lot of these teams off guard. And we have seen this team in action again and again and again. But how far can they go? How much can they take, or how much can they take away from their enemies? I think that is going to be the question that everyone is asking. But in the meanwhile, BFX Oxy Blade, he's going to catch a few of the players of the side of H2E, catching off guard. But on the other side, Envy, they just charge in. Abso has taken a lot of damage. Deadshot left out in the open. He is going to be taken down, as Failure is going to be taken down by Deadshot. Dread has dished out a lot of damage. But you need to watch out for Blade, my friends, as well, because him with the Mini 14 is going to be able to take down a lot of players. But on the other side, Aqua, they are going to drop down Abso. And now Envy is going to be in trouble, as Psych is going to pop out the smoke for the revive of his teammates. And Fatty is going to drop H2E Dread. The man with the AWM has been taken down. He needs a revive so that he can help his team out against the team of Aqua, who are fighting from that downward slope.
Yeah, but look at that. The grenades and all these things are coming in the HFTs. But Sahab, he will be the grenade out in this particular fight right now. And HTeamXRange, he will be trying to give up a revive if he can. VFX Oxy takes down the sniper guy, Dread, and they are just, he is biting the dust right now. And here Venom also takes down one player, and he is finishing him from the 2x's side. So that was like one of the fights that just has started out in this area. The circle has shifted to a bit of the southern side, and Bablu Zameen has been taken down. Bablu Danny has been taken down by RNG's players. So that means the fights have started in those areas, as well as two players of Bablu might be in the need of revive right now, and they are in just one shack. If a grenade comes in, it can end everything for them. But will the grenade come in? That is going to be one of my questions. Yes, it does. Pikachu goes down as well. 3 players from Bablu have been taken down out in this area. You can see they are still trying to survive. Tyrant is the lone survivor. Will he go for it? Will he not? Is he going to be safe out there as 3 players just, you know, bite the dust out here?
Yeah, 3 players from the side of Bablu, they are going to be taken down, but Pikachu, he is going to be in so much trouble now as the help is just not going to come in, and RNG was the team that actually did it. RNG was the team that made it happen, and I think they are going to be sitting in a comfortable position, just happy about the fact that they took down one of the strongest teams in the tournament, a team that was destroying everyone, but the mastermind is still alive. Tyrant is still there, and he is gonna wait for his moment to exact revenge upon these players from the side of RNG that are still gonna run around this map. But he needs to play passive now. That's one of the things.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, he kind of needs to play passive, and that is going to be an important one out there. But for now, the major thing is going to be that the zone for you guys is going to be on the Gatka-ish area. So the players around those areas like this, NES, the team that has had 2 fights and they won both of them, that's going to be one thing. And we have Shaw on the other hand takes on 1 player from Aqua as they just take them down. Bablu Pikachu has been taken down as well as RNG's players were taking the fight. Airdrop number 4 had an M249 as you guys could see out there. And Bablu Tyrant, the lone survivor from Bablu, is going to go super passive out here because he does not want his team to get eliminated in the early stages as of now, like the early stages in top 13 or something. He wants to keep the momentum of his team just growing up and growing up. If he can do that, that's going to be like one of the most interesting things out there. But will he go for it is going to be one of my questions, because he has a fight in him, but he does not have a backer, and that is one thing that's going to limit him from fighting out. And we have Saw moving in forward, and with Deadshot still out there. We'll have to see what happens. FalaQ squad is also out in the Gatka area. So for now, I mean, each and every team has their particular area. There's a 4th circle, ladies and gentlemen, 1 minute and 30 seconds more. And after that, I can bet you the fights will be at a massive level, because look at the shift of the circle as well.
Yeah, the shift of the circle is pretty significant as it has moved all the way towards the northwestern part of the map on Gatka area. And now the teams, they are going to be forced to rotate in there, which is going to be a big trouble, because now the open rotations are going to come in, and the players from the side of FS Freestyle, they have caught on to the players from the side of VFX Oxy, but the shots did not connect, so you had to stop in. And as they stop, Teen Wolf is going to step into action, dropping down one of the players. Is going to be taken down as well. That's just going to leave 2 players. One of them was quite low. Malik is going to finish off one of the players from the side of VFX Oxy, and that is going to be an even trade. But the finishes from Teen Wolf, he is still not done with them, and another player is playing quite out in the open. Futuritsu is the only man who is in a good position to fight. Malik, he has to go to his teammate. They need to regroup and they need to re-strategize. As Raze, look at his position. He is in a really aggressive position, and that is going to work out in his favor, as another man from the side of Freestyle is just going to go down, and that is just going to put the team in a really bad situation now.
I just saw M249 also coming into the equation as RNG's Aladdin was using it, but look at this fight. VFX Reaper Oxy just moving in forward. Rage Oxy takes down FS Baba, just finishes him, and Teen Wolf finishes FS Malik, and RNG Aladdin is the Grenadier right now as he just takes down people for himself, and 2x's Virus takes down Aqua Fatty. So Aqua is in a bit of bad situation or spot right now, if you want to put it like that. But for now, we'll have to see what's gonna happen out with the fights out there. Bablu Tyrant is still sitting out there with the players surviving out in this one. We'll have to see how it's all just gonna change in a while, because see, this is the lone player. He has a squad right next to him. He has a capability of 1v4, but the other team also has a capability of, you know, just taking up the fights and taking each and every one. But still, he is looking for it. He has spotted 1 player from TUF, Edgar, and he is still going for the shots right now.
Yeah, he is going for the shots. Actually managed to connect a lot of them with that M16 coming into action. But now he needs to be careful as the other team is closing in from behind, and he throws a smoke to cover his back so that he can focus all his attention to the targets that are in front of him. And Edgar, he's going to be cornered as it is going to be that wooden hut. That's the only thing that's protecting him. HFD right behind Tyrant, and he is the only man that's going to be alive. And with that, NV Psych is going to blow up the entirety of Team Aqua, and Aqua is going to take an exit on the 13th position in an instant. Another time, the team is going to be caught out in a bad rotation.
I mean, I said maybe Team Aqua can have a bad game, but I never thought that it will be this sooner right now. But on the other hand, NVAbsor takes on one player from 2x and just finishes him. But kill has been stolen by RNG's Hamzat as they just go for entire. Look at this. Look at this. He is so low on health right now. He knows that he's a lone survivor. He needs to. Impressive. He was going for the final first aid. He knew he should not be going for it. He's using the bandages right now. The presence of mind from Bablu Tyrant is just looking really, really good right now. That's just a presence of mind that you should be having out here. But the major thing is they are not in the circle. They have to get inside the zone right now. And the zone rotation in the 5th circle, it's gonna count a lot. They have a vehicle and one more shot. And Tyrant takes down one. STUF Venom just goes down. Now it's a matter of time. Can they finish him? Can they finish him as he is going for those tap shots out there? Still trying to spot the players, but I think the revive is going to kick in really, really strongly.
Yeah, the revive is definitely going to come in, but Tyrant, it is pretty commendable the way this man is fighting. But he needs to be careful since he's going to be running out of first aids now. 3 bandages, 1 first aid is the only thing that he's left with. And now he's going to try to pop out the tires, but that is going to be hard to do with this distance. He hears the player coming in from behind, switches around his position. The watchtower is just proving way too much for his opponents to deal with. With this small of a cover, Tyrant is basically doing what Bablu does best: fight multiple squads at the same time. And now he is going to have the advantage as HFD, they actually engage on VFX. So he is going to have that team, he can use those shots coming in as cover as well. 2 players closing in slowly and steadily. Is Tyrant going to come out on top in this one? Here's them coming in. I think he is going to switch to the Scarel again to take this one out. In an instant, the nade being cooked. It is being popped. Both the players are popping up the nades, and this one is going to connect. Tyrant, you need to run. The damage from the Molotov is there as well as the nade is going to pop, and Tyrant is going to be taking an exit on the 11th position, and Nexus is going to go down on the 10th. But what that nade did was drop Reaper so low that the other team is going to be able to finish him off, and VFX, they are going to be in trouble. But now the revive from Rage is going to be there, so I think Reaper is going to be saved.
Probably. Freestyle also gets eliminated out in that one. 9th position. 8 teams remaining. VFX Oxy with just 1 player surviving, still outside the circle. And as out here, you can see TUF's players, they are at the edge of the circle right now, but for how long? Team VFX Oxy gets eliminated on 8th position with 8 kills. That's obviously gonna give them a huge boost if I'm not wrong. Envy Deadshot has been spotted. He is low, not as low on health, but still they are taking the fights. Will it be Envy's game right now? That is gonna be one of the questions. As you can see, Deadshot takes on 1. FalaQ has been taken down in Absaw with a grenade, just moving in, charging in, creating a red zone for the players. And his side gets a revive right now. The grenades are coming in, and yes, Maxi goes down out there for North Esports. That should not be happening right now for North Esports, and the grenades are coming in, but still they have an adequate cover for themselves right now, and so does Envy's Deadshot as he is right in front of a vehicle right now. FalaQ clone goes down, his Deadshot just takes him down. Fugler has also been finished by him in just 1 spray. We'll have to see, can they just take this fight, because after this 25 seconds they have to get inside the circle as well. If a player goes down, he won't be having a chance to revive. And the final player, Deadshot has been taken down. 1 HP for respect. Will they be giving a kill to someone, or is he going to pop up a first aid? 13 more seconds, ladies and gentlemen. He has popped up a first aid, wants to actually move into the other direction, wants to show himself. Or TUF is outside the circle right now. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. 2 seconds and 1 second after this, the circle damage will be real right now. For that respect, should be knowing that there is a smoke for him and he will be spotted. Deadshot cannot be revived now, and we knows it. And Deadshot will be taken down by the play zone itself, if I'm not wrong. And Hamad is out there. NES Snow spots 1 player. North Esports out in that area. What's gonna happen? 1 goes down, 2 goes down. Snow is looking really good, and he moves into the other direction, spots the other one, and will be taking him down from behind. And I think that's gonna be the end of RNG, as this guy actually had an incredible number of kills for himself right now.
in North Esports, they are putting up an amazing performance now, and they will have to do that. Just like the first game, this time as well, they are on fire. But on the other side, Envy Apsa is going to be taken down. That's just going to put another strong team in a discomfortable position. North Esports with just one player alive, Envy with one player alive, and Team HFD, that's the only team there with all 4 players in there. The real TG are still present in this game, but they still have no kills. On the other side, on the extreme end is going to be Envy and North Esports. Both teams sitting with 11 kills each, but one player from each team. So the points are going to be coming into play as soon as the game is over, but they need to make sure that they have a good standing as well, because position points they give you a huge boost for your side. But now TG the bot, he is going to look to spot out the players from the side of TUF, hiding behind the smoke, hiding behind the tree. But can they do that? Smelly Socks has the DP on him. His armor, his helmet has been shot out, so he needs to be careful as to if he takes a headshot, that's going to be in trouble. The bot was running out in the open, and Thor is going to catch him off guard. Now it's the Smelly Socks who's the only man left standing, and Snow with a nade coming in is going to get another knock for his team. Smelly Socks takes a lot of damage, drops down to 50% health, and Snow is going on a rampage as he is going to get a lot of kills. He is the grenadier now. The grenades are playing, I mean, utility is going to be important, especially when you are outnumbered, and the man is showing an amazing performance and an amazing display as to how you use them. Smelly Socks on the other side survives with just 5 health on him. He is healing slowly and steadily, but he needs to be careful. On the other side, HFD butts up. He's going to come into play as he will drop 2 of the players from the side of HFD. Just one man standing, and Venom is going to be finished off, but Smelly Socks is going to be taken down by one of the players, and now that's going to be the last guy. Oh no, Thor is going to be taken down, and Snow is going to be in the top 2, and HFD versus North Esports, 1 versus 3 situation, or both the teams going for the crawls. Butts up, stands up, runs towards Snow, look to spot out the players. They have the man advantage, they can do that, but Snow, can you take this fight if the players are rushing in towards you, wrapping around the rock, peeking from the right side, and Snow is going to spot them out. Jump shot comes in, takes down 1, but the other 2 shoot him down.
Incredible gameplay. North Esports' Snow had 6 for the team, and that guy, he did a 1v4 previously with RNG, and now it was a 1v3, but obviously 3+ charging in the same direction, that just catches him down. But if I'm not wrong, North Esports has 13 kills.
Yeah, I think they will be on the first position in terms of the points, because on the other side, HFD, they just have 5 for themselves, so that's going to be 25 points coming in. But 13 plus 14, that's going to be like 27 points coming in for the side of North Esports.
I mean, the team is still lacking a chicken dinner, but they can actually top the table. But then, for now, let's have a look at the team's chicken MVP out there. It's going to come from the person who has a chicken dinner, the team that has a chicken dinner, HFD's Butts Up, 2 kills, 341 damage, 28 minutes, 44 seconds of survival time, and 10 kilometers, almost 10-ish kilometers of distance traveled. That's a really good amount, to be honest.
Yeah, that's a really good number coming in for this guy. And once again, a lot of mileage on him as well. Just talk about distance travel. 300 damage, 2 kills. In those final moments is when HFD sort of started to come into action. And a lot of surprises in this game as well. Aqua being taken out early. Bablu being taken out early. Envy was in a lot of trouble. VFXoxy was in a lot of trouble. So a lot of good teams take an early exit on this game of Erangel. But let's have a look at the top 5 players from this game and see how they were doing and how they did. What sort of a performance did we get to see from these remarkable individuals? As North Esports Snow, the last man surviving, 6 kills on the guy, 1000 damage. Envy Psych is there as well. 5 kills, 714 damage. VFXoxy's Rage is going to be there, 3rd position. 5 kills, 550 damage. North Esports Sensi, 4 kills, 732 damage. And Hammers from RNG is going to be there with 4 kills, 385 damage on him.
Yeah, as of now, these numbers seem really good. Like Snow, all alone, he just changed everything for the team from North Esports. I would like to see about the standings of this Erangel and where it keeps the teams and where it's just gonna, you know, take the teams, because Bablu, they had a bad push in this one as well. Like the push was good, but then they kind of fumbled, when the 3 players just were taken down, and Taran was the only one surviving. He still managed to take up a fight, but then the grenade and the Molotov, that was one thing that just, just kept him apart, away from the circle and from all the fights out there. So let's just have a look at the standings of this particular match of Erangel, and let's see where it just keeps each and every team. As you can see, North Esports obviously 13 kills, 27 points. HFD on the second, NV they had good kills, 11 for themselves, and Team NV on the third, Team TUF on the fourth, RNG on the fifth, Team BFX Oxy on the sixth one, FalaQ on the seventh. The real TG was out there on the eighth one with 8 points.
But let's move on to the next set of standings and see how the teams are going to be there. It's going to be Freestyle on the 9th, R3D Esports on the 10th position, Nexus team on the 11th, Bablu this time. So this has to be the first game where they have no kills, just finishing on the 12th position. HTeamXRange on the 13th, Team Aqua on the 14th, H2E on the 15th, and DFUZeOfficial on the 16th position.
Yeah, as of now, but from 12 to 16, each and every team has 0 kills and 1 placement point. So that is like one thing of concern. I mean, see, Freestyle might have to be concerned with their position. I mean, they had a good first game, but then the second and the third game were not as good for them. North Esports has had a good jump, so I'd like to see what it brings in the overall standings for the teams, because Bablu doesn't have to worry about anything, and Team NV does not have to worry about anything, if I'm not wrong.
RNG does not have to worry as well.
RNG does not have to worry about anything. So which teams will it be that have to worry about it? So let's just have a look at the overall standings right now. Bablu obviously 236 points, no one even close to them. RNG on 163. Team NV is stepping up to the third position, 162. All right. Which team do you think will be sitting on the second? Will it be RNG or NV after the final standings?
I think it has to be RNG, the way they played the last game.
I think NV can just step up and they will be on the second one.
Let's just agree to disagree on that one.
See, I also wanted to pick up RNG, but then I was like, I'll always pick up the different team than he's picking. But then I'll think that it's going to be NV. Gaming Hub is going to be on the fourth, Team HR on the fifth, Portal Esports on the sixth, FTF on the seventh, and LOU Esports is going to be on the eighth. Moving on from 9 to 16 is going to be 247 Gaming. Team VFX Oxy, they've had a good jump in this one. They have 2 chicken dinners for themselves. Nexus team is on the 11th. North Esports on the 12th. They had a good game in this one. They had good amount of kills. Rogue Nation on the 13th. Fime on the 14th. HFD on the 15th. And Freestyle is on the 16th right now.
But moving on to the next set of standings, let's have a look over there. Arkadians still in the top 24, dropping down a little bit, but quite comfortable this time. 2XOfficial on the 18th, Team TUF on the 19th, F2D Esports on the 20th, Team Aqua on the 21st, TeamBTK on the 22nd, and H2E is going to be 23rd, Blacklist 2 on the 24th. So Aqua somehow managing to still stick around for a little bit. And moving on to the last set of standings, let's have a look at the danger zone as well. R3D Esports on the 25th, RSxTeamx out of the tournament right now, out of the semi-finals, 26th position. DFUZeOfficial on the 27th, FalaQ is going to be on the 28th, the real TG on the 29th. The Stars, they are going to be out of the semi-finals as well, 30th position. HTeamXRange on the 31st, and KPK Gaming, another team that's going to be taking the exit out of the semi-finals. It's going to be on the 32nd position.
Yeah, as of now, these are going to be the positions for the teams. I mean, R3D Esports, 1 game is left out for that team right now. DFUZeOfficial's 1 game, FalaQ 1 game. They can step it up. Real TG can step it up. I mean, the teams have that power in them. They have the capability. Let's see if they just go for it, because 1 final game is coming after this one.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be 1 final game. And I think since this game was Erangel, the last one has to be played on Vikendi, because you need to have at least 1 snow map in a day.
For the first time, what goes around will not
come around.
Will not come around. But then we'll be diving in the map of unpredictability like really soon.
Yeah, it's going to happen really soon, and it's going to be interesting because, as we say, it is the map of chaos. But before we head over there, let's have a look at the top 5 damage dealers from the last game. North Esports Snow on the first position, 1000 damage. NV Apsoy is going to be there as well, 764. North Esports Sensei is going to be third, 732. NV Psych is going to be there on the fourth, 714. TUF Venom is going to be there, 655 damage.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking really good for the players that have had the maximum damage. But then the major thing is, can they keep up that thing in the in the last game or not.
Exactly, and unlike every single time you have watched this PMCO 2020 Pakistan group stages, it is not going to be the last map of Erangel. It is going to be the last map of Vikendi, which is going to happen after a short break. So you guys stay tuned and keep watching. We'll be right back.
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split Pakistan Group Stages. My name is Oshin Sharma and this is my friend Scrat's good friend Varun Super Johnny. So how have you been after the 3 games, my friend?
I've been pretty amazing. A little surprised in the last game that it was supposed to, it was Erangel, but now I think in a twist of fashion, I think a big surprise for the audience as well that we are gonna end the day on Vikendi. So a surprise on the map of surprises. That is quite a surprise.
That is quite a surprise. And surprisingly, we'll have to see which team actually surprises us by getting a chicken dinner. Will it be a 5-game chicken dinner for
Bablu?
Because no team has had 5 chicken dinners yet.
Yeah, no team has done that. We have been casting 3 regions so far and we haven't seen that feat being achieved.
So we have been casting 3 regions. We have seen the 4th region as well, the India region that was happening out here. So we have kind of done like
everything. Been through it all, grinded through everything, and it has been an amazing journey, and it is still continuing because now the group stages are going to end today. The day after tomorrow, on the 28th, the semi-finals are going to start, and then on the 7th and on the 8th of March, it's going to be time for the finals.
The grand finales will be coming really soon, and those grand finales are going to be, speaking of which team is going to be out there in the World League, the biggest of the biggest stages that's going to be just out there, and one team will be getting a chance, if I'm not wrong, from here, and we'll have to see like what happens out of that for that scenario. So a lot of grind is going to come in, and grind will start after this match, because after this it will be top 24 teams remaining that are going to be going in forward, moving in further for that extra competition that they're gonna be getting. Because right now, as of now, each and every team knows the goods, bads, uglies and the crazes of their opponents, but can they just, utilize the bads of their opponents and show their goods towards their opponents? That is gonna be like one of the big questions out for the final match, because the final K9 shot is gonna count, the final Uzi shot is gonna count. One last shot from each and every gun that you can give, you have to give it all right now. So many teams are there in 25 to 32. All we can say is all the best to those teams.
Yeah, not 100%, but 150% is going to be required in this game, because this is going to be it. And it is going to be moment to make history in this game, as the plane trajectory is in front of us, starting from Peshkova and heading towards the side of Milnar. So, Podvosto, Cosmodrome, Mount Crest, Next Cement Factory, Hot Springs, Cantra, Volnova, Winery, Abbey, Milnar, Dino Park. People don't land in Dino Park, but you can use that location to rotate towards the Vihar area where teams actually like to go.
Yeah, I mean, where the teams actually like to go, that is like the area where teams just like to, head towards and move towards. So we'll have to see what happens. And if the circle actually, is full land or still water, that's going to be one of the things that I would like to see. R3D on your screen is they are going for a drop. FalaQ is going for a drop on the Hot Springs Cantra side, if I'm not wrong, or on the shore side of those areas. That's going to be like one of the things. R3D is also going for their drop around the area of Volnova and Tovar and Villa, all those areas. And look, there's a circle on northern area. So that is going to be like one of the things that will be an interesting one. As you can see, the circle, it's out on those areas, and Zulkar, he has landed, has a Thompson for himself, and would like to just move in, charge in forward, has a Thompson, has a G36C, seems like a really good loot, is going for a shotgun. No, the Uzi out there, NES, North Esports' Amber. He's also moving in. They have had, so North Esports has had decent games. One game they had 2nd position, the first Erangel, the next Erangel also they had 2nd position. So they have had like 2 second positions. Can they make it to their chicken dinner or not? It's going to be a bit of a question. Zulka once again on the screen. He has level 2 helmet, level 2 backpack, but is still lacking one thing, that is level 2 vest. I can see a level 1 vest right next to him.
Yeah.
I don't think so. He's just going to pick it up right now. Maybe he can't pick it up. And on the other hand, 2X versus VFX. That is one fight that is happening. As you can see, Teen Wolf is low on HP right now, 40-ish HP, but then all the other players are in a good spot. But then they have spotted the players. Let's see what plan they can come up with.
Yeah, we have to see what sort of a plan is going to be available, as Sajid has shotguns on him and he needs to make those shots count, because close range battle with the shotgun, we have seen the kind of wrath that weapon can deal. On the other side, Teen Wolf, he has taken some damage as well, sitting on around 80% health on him, but the players are quite spread out, and I think they can catch one of the players from the side of 2XOfficial off guard. Team VFXoxy, and yes, they do, as Alyan is going to be taken down. I don't think there's going to be a revive coming in for the guy. He's going to be finished off, but Rage from the window takes a lot of damage. No heals, has 5 bandages on him, but can you actually recover enough health from 5 bandages to take the fight? Has a really good weapon on him. The G36C is a great weapon, especially in these situations when you have to fight around those buildings. 2XOfficial is already going to be in trouble, as already losing 1 players, and they are going to be wrapped around and choked by the players from the side of VFXoxy slowly and steadily, as they will look for more ammo, they will look for better guns, and they look for the utility and the heals that they will require in these fights.
I mean, the utilities will be needed out there. VFXoxy, Reaper, just going in the building just to help his teammates out there. We'll have to see what's going to happen. MP5K was with one of the players of Team VFX. We'll have to see can that gun, because that gun is obliterating, does obliterating damage in the close quarters, but can it just do the same in the mid ranges when the fights are going to happen out here from house to house, coast to coast, the fights that are going to be taking place in a while, as we're going to be looking forward to those fights. But for now, it's that they have pinned 2x in just 2 or 3 houses, and they are not going to let the teams go away. And 2 more minutes, 2 minutes 10 seconds to be precise, and the circle is going to be shifting. It's going to start shifting, start moving, start rotating. So we'll have to see like how the shift of the circles, how it's going to matter, how it's going to just go in when we'll be looking for it. But for now, you can see Blade has that MP5K. He can put it to good use, but the thing that's gonna actually restrict him from doing it is the fact that he does not have a vest as of now. He only has a level 2 helmet, he has level 2 backpack, but then backpack it's good, but helmet with the helmet he kind of needs a vest as well.
Yeah, with the helmet, the vest is gonna be important, because usually the shots actually connect to the body. Yeah, you aim to the head, but the chest is a bigger area and you need to protect that as well. But are you going to take this fight? Because this has come to a standstill now, as Blade is trying to look for information. And once again, the teams actually slow down the pace of the fights just because you do not want to rush into a compound blind. First, you need to know where exactly the player is, how many players are in there. And if you actually just figure out and spot a couple of players and you're confident in your abilities to take the fight, then you actually charge in. But on the other side, you actually wait to see the number and the location of the players before charging in. Let's look at the circle. It's on the northern side. So a lot of teams from the southern side, the rotations are going to be pretty weird and pretty risky for them. But Virus, he's going to catch a few of the players coming towards him. Is he going to take them down? Takes 1 down. Rage has been talked down, but Reaper is going to be taken down as well. Virus in a 1 versus 3 situation, he's going to fall down, but the other players from the side of 2x, they are coming in. Major YT, can you clutch this one out for his team? Can you stop the revive from kicking in? Blade is going for the revive right now, but the TPP, can it do the work? Oh, he switches in the wrong direction, but Major is going to be taken down as well, as the shots from behind, they are going to manage to connect. And now VFX, they are going to be in the bad situation is going to become a little bit recoverable for them. But on the other side, HFD going up against TUF, they still managed to come out on top on that fight. And T2X, this was a situation that you somehow managed to take control of, but then lost in an instant.
Exactly, the fight's happening everywhere. And look at this Murtaza, he is trying to finish what he just started out there. The knocks being turned out into kills out here. Terminator is the only one that is left out in this scenario, and VFX they have taken the fight with themselves as well. Just 1 player remaining out here for 2x. Will it be their end game in the final game or not, as the player still has a fight, but not anymore, as 2XOfficial will be eliminated out on the 16th position. Coming back to the fight out here that FS is having with the players of North Esports, we'll have to see. So this exact fight was what happened in the first game of Erangel, the final circle.
Yeah.
And the second game of Shanok, the initial circle. So we'll have to see if the fights just go for it, because previously NES, they got eliminated as FS just went in for a fight, and the same thing is happening out there. NES has lost 2 players. NES is with 1 player now, as they lose 1 more. He has been taken down. FS Baba moving in forward. Baba is trying to go for it. TPP coming in from his side, from the side of the players of NES, as you can see, but then the players are just moving in. Baba also needs to charge, and the Molotov was thrown, which is going to leave them aside right now. But I think Futrutsu knows what he has to do. He's going to throw a Molotov of his own zone just to go for in. And this Molly, I think, is going to do a lot of damage, and the damage has been done. Look at Emma. He is getting shot at from the one side, and the Molly damage is being coming to him as well. Now he throws a Molotov of his own. What are you guys cooking exactly out in that area? But the grenade is in, and the grenade is going to do some damage. Team TU gets eliminated on the other side as well, and Amber is the one that is just left alive out here. Players moving in forward, and they are gonna leave it out as another squad bites the dust, and this time it's gonna be the North Esports.
North Esports being eliminated, and those Molotovs just to delay the players first on the lower side of the stairs, but then the Molotov from Futuritsu that just burned a man alive, delayed the other one from making any moves, and is going to result in the elimination of a team. But now on our screens we are going to see DFUZe, and I think they have a squad just parallel to them on the right hand side. But is the information going to be given away? I think so, because I don't think so, because the vehicle that they were traveling in, that's on the further side, on the further left hand side. So that is an interesting thing that just happened, and can be a really good strategy. Not giving away vehicle now, just keeping it far off and going for the longer rotation, just so you do not give away as to where your team is.
Exactly, that is like one of the things that's just going to happen out there. But then look at this, RNG was out there, and the first airdrop has a Groza for you, ladies and gentlemen, the Groza lovers out there. You can keep it up with the level 3 helmet, level 3 vest, and obviously the adrenaline syringe also going to kick in. So if you guys want to use it, you can just use it, you can just go for it, and that's just going to be one of the things. We'll have to see which player actually takes it up for themselves right now. But then coming back to the fact that the fights that were happening in all those areas, 3 teams already got the early elimination, and see, no doubt some of the teams were in a good spot, but some of the teams will be ending up their day on the bad spot after those fights. But then coming back to this thing, as you can see, FS has picked up another fight. They eliminated NES right now, and now they are picking up another fight as FS. Baba goes for Teen Wolf out there. Reproxy, so many players being dropped down right now. This team has 5 kills as of now. They are gonna make it 6 if one of the players also goes down. See, just one player surviving. They know it. They are moving in. They are charging in. Malik is moving in forward. Green Wolf Oxy goes down, as well as FS just takes up the kill, and Rage Oxy will be the lone survivor. No, the revive has been given. The player will move in. The player will go up, and he would like to revive. He would like to pick up a first aid and just use it out there. But the grenade is coming in. The grenade exact location. Almost it can do the damage, but for now it's just gonna deafen the people, deafen the noises out there. And Rage Oxy goes down as well. The only player surviving has 10 HP. There's no time for him to reboost himself or anything. And I think another squad bites the dust. FS already has 8 kills right now.
Yeah, they are here to conquer these icy lands of Vikendi, and they are showing us what they are made of, as VFX Oxy is going to be taken out of this game. And FS, they are on a roll right now. This is just like, as you said, just like the first game on Erangel. FS once again proving what they are made of. And can they take this even further? Can they get the chicken dinner for themselves? As the teams have rotated to the northern part of the map, and almost every single team is going to be inside the circle except one guy, NVApsa, who's rotating from the cement factory area, moving towards the northern side of Castle, and is going to cross over to the island that the circle is in. Was fighting the blue zone earlier, but now I think he's going to be safe, and they will make their way in towards the circle. But on the other side, Aqua, they come in contact with DFUZe, and Fanny is going to be taken down. Fatty is going to be taken down, but can you get the finish? Sahir is going to get a finish on Fatty, but can you finish off an entire squad? This was just 3-man squad coming in. Aqua, just one guy left standing, a 1 versus 4 situation. Sahir, he's quite low, but the first aid is going to kick in, and Hamza is just forced to run away as his teammates just died in an instant. And DFUZe, they just ran in, finished off 2 players. That was so fast. Hamza, the car was parked inside the warehouse. He's going to pull out, and now he's just going to get away.
Run, Forest, run, run, Forest, run. That's one thing that's just happening out there, because Hamza will have to run away. He is a solo survivor. Now the game strategy will be super passive mode. If he has to go for it. He's using a Zima right now. Let's see if his rotation around Goroka actually changes something. But look at this. FS is actually behind him. If FS finds it, I think they are going to be having 9 kill points already. 45 players alive, and still with them, these people have 8 kills. How Envy is right there. As you can see, Aqua Hamza are just going in neck to neck with Envy. Psych. Are they going to meet on the lands of Vikendi or not? That's my question. But Bablu, a squad that many people want to have to end their day with the chicken dinner, they are still out there just trying to spot the players. Each and every player has a good loot for themselves. Envy, on the other hand, they are trying to find a good compound, and I think they just found it.
Yeah, they have definitely found one, and NV, they are going to be pretty happy about this one. But on the other side, having the teams this close to each other, because if you can have the minimap on a second, but that is going to happen after a while as FS, they go up against TG, and the bot with that high ground is making that G36C in his hands count, and Imad is going to come in from a flank. FS, they were amazing in the earlier fights, but can you take this one when all your players are down? Black, the only man left standing. The Molotov is going to be there to flush the player out, but he's still sticking around, and it's one shot. FS, they are going to be eliminated by the hands of the TG.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a thing that just happened out here. So the thing out in this one, if anything, if I like to say, is that the squads that are being wiped out here, I mean, what if they were supposed to be at 24 with just 1 point? You know, we have seen that 1 point gameplays in which with just 1 point a team goes from 24 to 25 and all those scenarios, and the top 24 teams just remain out there. So those things, you know, it's gonna be counting a lot out in this one. But for now, let's just come back to the game. This is just the second circle, ladies and gentlemen, and the second circle, it still has all the teams out. As you can see in the minimap feed, the teams are inside the circle. The circle is out in the Port Krichas area, coal mine, Goroka. Those areas are still inside the circle right now, but from there, where the rotations are going to go, where the rotations are going to come from, that is going to be like one of the questions out there. So, well, let's see how it all just changes with the game, with the pace of the game.
Yeah, we still have to see how things are going to change as teams who were present, right, clustered up in the center, are looking to spread out in different directions. R3D are in an interesting situation as they are right on the edge of the outer circle, and I think they are going for the safer place this time around, wherein they would just look to rotate along with the play zone and avoid any sort of unnecessary conflict. And right now, H2E on our screens, they have spotted out a couple of players from the side of squad number 20. FalaQ is going to be the squad, and you have to be careful because in that engagement, this is going to be an interesting one as well, because NV is coming from the back. Bablu is already present in the compounds towards the back as well. Talking about things present, it's going to be the MK14 in the airdrop number 2, extended quick draw mag with the level 3 armor, the helmet and the backpack all in there. But the next circle is also going to be centered around the Goroka area. So Krichas, Goroka, coal mine, the southern side of port, it's all going to be available, and those are places filled with a lot of compounds. So once again, it is going to be the slow-paced combat that we will be witnessing from these teams, and it has to be, because you need to think out every single situation carefully, or else you will be taken out in an instant. But Walker is just going to ram his card, take like 5 damage.
It was like platform number, like what was in that Harry Potter?
9 and 3/4.
Yeah, 9 and 3/4.
Yeah.
It was like that, but then this vehicle is not going to fly to that area. So not for now, I mean, not for now, but then we'll have to see what happens. So Team Aqua is left with one player, and we'll like to see where that one player is, because see, the team was doing really good, but then the team was supposed to be taken into a super passive mode, as just Hamza was the only player that was surviving. Rest assured, each and every team has all the 4 players surviving. So where Aqua Hamza might be, that is going to be one of the questions. FalaQ always is moving in forward, and he will be contested by NV's players. Not anymore, as he just, you know, goes to the safety, makes a U-turn, and he's like, I don't want to fight right now. Let's just be friends.
Yeah, they can be friends for a little bit, but I think everyone is like, all the chips are off the table once the chicken dinner is going to be in question. But now FalaQ, they are going to go for those rotations. I think they have been caught out by some of the players from the side of NV, and that is just going to spell trouble for that team, because now since you have given away information as to where exactly you are going to be spotted, and FalaQ can actually go in towards that team and engage a fight without them even suspecting that anything wrong can happen to them. And okay, so if we can have the minimap again, you're going to notice one interesting thing. DFUZe and R3D, they are applying the same strategies I was talking about. The late rotations coming in for them along with the play zone. So both the teams doing the same thing, and the interesting thing is right next to each other right now.
Yeah,
like not that close, 150 meters away from each other.
In the close proximity, but not as close as, you know, they can just go for the close range combat. But still, they are as close as that. If someone just shoots a bullet, they are gonna hear that shots, and that is the one thing that, look at this open area, 1 HP survival coming in by Nexus Hunk. Miracle just happening out there. TG the bot, he He could have taken him down, but
yeah.
now the medkit is going to be refueling his health back to 100 HP right now. So that's going to be one of the things. But then almost just how lucky, how lucky do you have to be?
I was about to say that. Hunk was like, that was pure luck. That was nothing but luck for Hunk, because he's prone down in such a bad situation and the bot just ran out of bullets at exactly the right time. Oh man, that was so close. But I think they're going to be happy about the fact that at least they did not lose a player, and now they know the location of where the TG is. So the high ground fight is going to come in at any given moment. Wolf, he is in a really good position, has the compounds, has the open rock in front of him, so the cover is definitely going to be there. Zulkar from the side of Nexus, he is trying to find a flanking position on these players of the grounders, the real TG, who are on top of this mountain. So a wraparound needs to come around for this team, but this is not going to be an easy fight at all.
Yeah, that is totally true out there. So we'll have to see like how the fights and everything just keeps on going. Meanwhile, Imad, he gets shot at a bit out here, and still the pace is that each and every team is going for the fights. They are taking the fights, but then there's one thing that is just limiting them from all the fights, and that is going to be, you know, the pace of the gameplay, because the circle, each and every team has a good area inside the circle, and after 30 seconds, less than 30 seconds, teams will have to move in, teams will have to go, teams will have to charge in. So that's going to be like one of the things that we will have to see, where the charge just goes on to from one location to the other as well, as we are 18 minutes 46 seconds into the game. To be precise, let's just call it 19-minute mark, as after that the circle is going to be hitting its toes and the players will have to move inside the circle. As you can see, Envy is also going to make a good rotation out there. The fourth airdrop has an MK14 for the players, has a first aid, has level 3 helmet vest and backpack out there. So if any player just wants to, you know, just maximize their utilization, they can just go for it. And MK on auto, I mean, it's a pretty good gun.
Yeah, it is a pretty good gun, and it can do a lot of wonders for these guys as well. And the loadout is going to be important for these stages now, as the circle once again centered around the Goroka area, and the team's still not fighting. So Vikendi has always been one of the slow-paced games where you do see teams go for the slow fights, go for the late stage fights. And another interesting thing, Aqua Hamza, he's still surviving, and the way he's doing that is just staying outside of the play zone in its entirety, and he moves along with the blue zone in towards the play zone. So that can actually be disadvantages, because as soon as he stops to take a fight, he's going to start damaging from the blue zone. So he needs to be careful with his movements, and they need to be on point. Talking about things being on point, Envy, they are going to spot out the two players from the side of FalaQ, and Clone and Oways, they are going to be in trouble, as Fagle is going to be there, and he is going to be able to provide his teammates with some cover. But the players from the side of Envy are present in those close compounds as well. And Absaw, the man, the machine of destruction, is there. So they need to be watch out for him, as he gets a flank, is going to go for the shots, does a lot of damage, but not going to be able to convert anything. Gets one knock, he's going to get knocked down himself. But that, I think, is going to be enough, since the damage has already been done. If the players from the side of Envy, they actually close the gap and actually go for the rush on this one, they can get these kills and wipe out FalaQ from this game in an instant.
Easy wipeout can happen out here, but can Envy do it? Will Envy go for it? I mean, the players of FalaQ are in just one direction, just one side of the house right now. But will they be going for Abs on each zero, and Psych is going for it? But look at this. Look at this. Nexus is right at their back, and Nexus can just go for a backstab. If that happens, that's going to be a bad scenario for the squad of Envy, as they will be centralized and they'll be sandwiched in the situation out here. But we'll have to see what happens. For now, Envy is looking really good. Moise is out there. Moise with those 35 bullets of Uzi is out there. The players have been revived. Also has had his revive right now. He's just gonna pop up the first aids and adrenaline boost just to, you know, keep his health going up front right now. But still, the surprising factor is it's been like I don't know. It has been like 20-ish minutes, not 20 minutes. It has been like 15 minutes, and we are still down to 41 players alive. No casualty has happened so far.
No casualty, no firefights, nothing. The game has just come to a standstill from everyone refusing to fight. But yeah, they are fighting here and there, but still not enough to get the finishes. But on the other side, Bablu, they are going to start an engagement with the players from the side of RNG right behind them. But Envy and FalaQ, once again at a standstill. The utility is going to be used, but Abso getting those knocks was so important for his teams. They have pulled out something from the side of FalaQ, but I don't think it's going to be enough. enough for them, as Apsa is once again looking for the flanks, is going to wait for the information. The Molotov did fall short from the side of Fugley, but RNG are now going to be in trouble as they are going to be engaged from two different sides. They have one team in front of them and the other one is going to be in behind them. But talking about things being in trouble, Nexus is going to be losing a player, but let's have a look at the fight that we are witnessing. Both the teams are trying to see if they can spot the
Molotov,
information.
almost on him. That Molotov just landed almost on him this time, and now he's in his Molotov. Just the damage is being done to him from the Molly's direction. He will try to go for the energy drinks and or the bandages, and Solo King was really close to that Molotov as well as of now. But then Nexus is well going for another Molotov. The throwables are coming into the equation right now, much more than the guns now. He has a Groza. Wolf, he has a Groza. Can he utilize each and every single bullet? Has a level 3 helmet and vest. Obviously, the thing is going to be catastrophic when it comes to out here. Smelly Socks has been taken down by Hunk, and Playzone takes out Fugley from FalaQ out. The DFUZeOfficial has also gone down. Look at this, Solo King goes down as well. Zulkar was going for another spray on the other players, but then so far TG's two players, they are going to be safe out there. They need to pop up the first aid. No time to pop up the first aid as they know the players are coming in. The players are moving in. The pre-pass comes in, but not anymore as 4 players charging on you. And Wolf with his Groza just ends the legacy, and the real TG gets eliminated out there. On the other hand, you can see drop shots were coming in. Envy just trying to spot the players from R3D, just trying to take them down if they can. And the sprays are coming in. Envy's Psych goes down, and they will be continuing the spray just to finish him. Two more shots, and it can be just the end of him. And yes, it is. A grenade comes from Joker, gives them the kill as of now. Ezio is going to be applying bandages while Joker is going to give the adequate cover that is needed for the players of R3D and Envy. They lost one player, but not all hope is lost, and they still have 3 players for themselves. We'll have to see what happens as Epsom, Moise, and Deadshot are going to be holding that compound, but for how long? Because 10 seconds more, and they have to rush for the play zone.
They have to rush for the play zone, but on the other side, Envy, they were dealing with two different teams at the same time. On the other side, Bablu is going to lose a player. Pikachu and Danny, they have been taken down. Ghost is the man left standing. Tyrant is going to drop down as well. Could this be another early exit for Bablu, as Ghost is the only man left standing? Can he give a revive to his teammate running out in the open? They have been cornered again by the same team of RNG, and can they get this one as the revive on Danny is going to be a thing. Ghost, he runs around as the bullets come into contact with him, and as he does that, Danny is going to be finished. That's just gonna leave Pikachu as the only man who can get a revive, but not anymore, as Pikachu is going to be finished. Ghost is going to die, and Bablu is going to take another early exit by the hands of RNG. But Nexus, they go in on Envy, and Apsa is going to be taken down, but the spray is not going to connect on the other player, as Envy is also going to be taken down by the Nexus's Wolf.
That was something impressive. Like, Wolf has a Groza, and he is bringing the results with the Groza right now. And those results are much incredible ones, because that is one thing that is happening. Nix is once again, just taking out Diffuse as well. The players of Diffuse that they just took down right now. The bot has 2 kills, but 770 damage. That is a lot. FS Baba has 2 kills and 648 damage. Hunk has 4 kills and 585 damage. And players are, bringing the kills and the damages for themselves. And the Molotov coming in from Kronos, can it do some damage out there on RNG's side? Hamza just goes down. Kronos goes down as well, as the cover fires were coming in from Aladdin. Playzone takes down Aladdin now as he was outside the circle. And look at that, the player was spotted, taken down easily. Murtaza knows that the player is moving in on his side sketch. His vehicle is in a bit of trouble right now. His vehicle can be blasted easily, but still he is not phasing. As you can see, Murtaza was taking out the kills for himself. Umar, he has to spot the players, he has to take the players down. R3D Walker goes down as Nexus' Hung just takes up the fight for himself. Umar is just sitting out there. Umar needs to move in. He will be moving in as soon as he can. And H3's old boy, he is low on health, but still is trying to run around the zone. That was impressive. Now he's going to go for the first aids that he will be popping up right now. Nexus team gets eliminated in an offset on 7th position with 11 kills out there.
Yeah, that again, a lot of upsets happening in this game of Vikendi, and as we say, the map is proving that we were correct. This is the map of surprises. No one being taken out in the early stages, but now RNG is going to be taken out as well. That's going to leave the 5 teams remaining in this game, and HFD, they are going to be in trouble as well as H2E engage upon them, and that M24 is definitely going to come in action with Dread. He is looking to spot the players on the low ground. That is going to be the team of HFD. But you have to worry about the teams above you as well. There is one player from the side of FalaQ still in this game. That is a waste. R3D with 3 players standing strong as well. And Dread is going to be dropped by the player from the side of R3D. And as I said, you need to worry about the players on top as well, as if you do not, they can get a flank on you. And Dread is going to be finished off and is going to be kicked out of this game. But now, this is going to be a 3 versus 3 situation between these two teams, H2E and R3D, who is going to come out on top. The players from the side of H2E, they are quite low, but they have the advantage of the covers being there. Can this work out? Not against R3D, as Joker is going to survive with 2 health. Colossi charging in with that vehicle. Can he get the kills? Gamer, he is going to be taken down by this by Zid, but Colossi is going to be in trouble. He can be finished off, and I think FalaQ, they are going to be eliminated as the last player is going to take an exit from the game. Down to the top 4 teams and down to the top 3 in an instant, as R3D are going to take an exit as well.
H2E, he wants to revive his players, and old boy is gonna go for it. GamerX needs a revive. The revive is kicking in. The players defuse Bisma is outside the circle right now. He has to get inside the circle as well. He's fighting with the circle right now. The circle is coming right behind from him, and HFD is still surviving out there. Players are gonna go down. Failure goes down. Kronos takes that kill. 9 bullets is gonna make it up to 30 right now. They have spotted one more player. It's just one final player from the side of H2E. Will they be surviving? That is a random spray out here coming from Kronos, just trying to spot the players if he can, if he goes for it. And look at that, one more player buys the dust, as Beswa is the lone survivor, still fighting for the team Diffuse. Can he take it for himself? Yes, he can, as he confirms his kill right now. What's gonna happen? H2E's players has been revived. He will be popping up a full first aid. Can he move in forward or not? That's going to be one of the questions. GamerX, he has popped up a first aid. His health is 75 HP right now. 3 teams remaining, ladies and gentlemen. 2 versus 1. What is going to happen out in that one? We'll have to see, as HFD Kronos still moving in forward, moving in solo YOLO. Murtaza moving in solo YOLO. The players are on the different directions. They can catch H2E off guard, as one player can go for the spray, the other one can catch him. Old boy moving in the open. Kronos with a vehicle right now moving towards Murtaza. I think Old boy has the information. He knows where the player is. He knows where he needs to shoot it from. And Biswa, this guy has to get inside the circle. The longer rotation from this particular person, the solo person out here, the longest rotation is what he has to give, and that too from the open. Can he get it done? But look at Kronos charging in. Biswa gets one more knock. The solo player is doing the work, doing the wonders out there for his team, and Kronos has to spot one more player. If he does it, that's going to be the end of the other squad out here. That will be the H2E Esports. Old boy has been finished, as the kill confirmation has been done. Kronos takes down. That's going to be the end of H2E. It's a 1v2 right now, but Bisma is outside the circle. Now I think that's going to be the end, and that was an impressive game by HFD once again.
Yeah, that was a really impressive performance, getting a lot of kills for themselves as well. 12 in total on the entire team, and that is just going to secure their standings in the overall. But once again, a lot of surprises, like RNG went down, NV went down, Bablu went down, all the strong teams, like the 3 teams in the top 8 down at the same time almost.
Yeah, almost down, like 10th, 11th, 12th, all those positions were there. They were their positions, but then the teams that just stood up, they just stood up really in a good position. And I will not be surprised if we call Murtaza the MVP for this one. Let's just see the stats of the player out there, because the guy was, wreaking havoc out there. And yes, Murtaza will be MVP. 666 damage. That's an awesome number. Like, yeah, you need to be the devil for the enemies. That is the only thing you win this game. And 7 kills, 4.4 kilometers traveled, and 28 minutes survival time. And these are good stats coming in from the guy. Yeah.
But once again, so Diffuse still managing to survive with just 1 player in this one. And in the early stages, I did not expect this game to be that passive. Like, we know Vikendi is a map where teams just like to hide and wait for everything to be set up perfectly so that they can win a fight. But that was way too passive even for that.
For 15-ish minutes, it was like that. But then let's just have a look at the top 5 players. And I think Murtaza will be on top. Yes, he will be. Nexus Hung is out there on the second one. DFUZeOfficial is out there on the third one. And Futrutsu will be out there on the fourth one. And Cronus will be out there on the fifth one. Out there in this top 5 players list as of now.
Yeah, but once again, a lot of good players, a lot of amazing performances from there as well. Futuritsu from the side of freestyle, they have been putting up an amazing performance since the day started. And the first Erangel was theirs, the second Erangel could have been theirs, but on Vikendi as well, they put up an amazing performance.
Yeah, I mean, see, it was a really good game for FS, a good day for FS. But I want to see, will FS be in top 24, because there is still what do you call, a sword on their head. That thing it's still out there, and so I would like to see what happens. But then before that, let's just see the standings of this particular match, the Vikendi match, the unpredictability match, as HFD was out there with 12 kills, 32 points for themselves. DFUZe on the second, Nexus Team on the third, H2E on the fourth, R3D on the fifth. So in the top 5 only, it's a jump from 32 to 13. That's a lot out there. But then there's a drastic drop once again. Freestyle is out there. So look at this. Freestyle got eliminated in between from 11 to 16. Yeah. But still they have 8 kills. That is, you know, that's a big number out there for the team Freestyle. RNG on the 7th and FalaQ was out there on the 8th. And moving on from 9 to 16, let's just see where the teams were, because the real TG got eliminated on 9th and VFXOXY on the 10th. This team has had a chicken dinner. Envy has had a chicken dinner on the 11th. Aqua has had a chicken dinner on the 12th. Bablu has had a chicken dinner on the 13th. North Esports has had a chicken dinner on the 14th. So many teams that were really good. They got eliminated out quite early. Team TUF and TU2Xofficial were out there on the 15th and 16th. So this was quite a surprising turn of events for a lot of teams out there.
Yeah, a lot of surprises in this game as well, and we need to see how those surprises are going to affect the overall standings. But one thing I can predict is nothing is going to change in the top 3.
I mean, we thought if Envy will be out there and or not. So we'll have to see that. Yeah. So let's just have a look at the overall standing. Let's see which teams are going to be standing out there. Because for the top team, we know it's going to be Team Bablu, Team RNG on the second, Envy on the third, Gaming Up. Alright, look at this. Yeah. Top 7 is not even moving out there anywhere.
Yeah, top 7 is not moving. I think Nexus is the only team that's going to be in there. And so with that, let's just move on to the next set of teams and see how things are going to change over there. As LOU Esports take a drop, 247 Gaming take a drop, VFXOXY take a drop on the 11th. HFD, they climb up to the 12th. North Esports drop down to the 13th. Rogue Nation drop down to the 14th. FIME is going to drop down to the 15th. 16th being taken by Freestyle. So pretty solid in their standings. Let's move on and see the last set of teams that are going to qualify for the semi-finals. It's going to be H2E on the 17th position, DFUZe on the 18th, Arkadians on the 19th, 2XOfficial on the 20th, Team TUF on the 21st, F2D Esports on the 22nd, R3D Esports on the 23rd, and Team Aqua barely making it on the 24th position.
Let's see. I mean, this is the team has 83 points. So let's see which teams are there on from 25th to 32nd position in the qualifications. As BTK is out there, 5-point difference. They are on the 25th. Blacklist 2 on the 26th. FalaQ on the 27th. RS on the 28th. The Real TG on the 29th. The Stars on the 38th. HTeamXRange on the 31st. And KPK Gaming is out there on the 32nd. But I mean, see, these are the names that we'll have to say goodbye to for now. But the fact is, their gameplays, it's just, you know, we got to learn a lot from these teams' gameplays as well, because some of the teams were really impressive with their strategies, with their drop locations, with their kills and all those scenarios. So if anything, these are teams that we'll have to say like goodbye for now. But it's a journey, and the journey for them has stopped as of now. But the thing is that I'm sure of one thing, that we are going to see them next time even much more stronger by when they'll be grinding once again. Because the fact is, all right, the World League, it's a stage that everyone dreams of, and these top 32 teams, you have been at 32nd in the top 32 positions from thousands of the teams that got registered out there. Thousands of teams,
exactly,
thousands of matches played, grinding from season 1, season 2, season 3, all those areas, and you land up in top 32. That is a really big thing for you as well right now. But then with that thing, let's just have a look at the kill leaders for the overall qualifier stage. As obviously All right, I wanted to see 4 players of Bablu out
Yeah,
there, but then
same,
it's still 3. I mean, Danny is not there. It doesn't matter. Bablu Pikachu with 33 kills, Tyrant with 27, Ghost with 27, and Snake with 25, and Absol with 25 as well for his bank right now.
Yeah, so Danny always goes for the trades, and it is his teammates that sort of are the heavy fraggers, but it is a team game after all. So you need to be careful as to what you do and how you play this game. And Bablu showcased, see, Danny is sitting on the 6th position. Danny is in there, in the top 10, and he's going to be followed by the player from the side of RNG. It's going to be Hamid on the 22nd, 23 kills on the 7th position, 8th being taken by NSX, Nexus Hunk, 21 kills. Portal Esports Vegeta on the 9th, and Adnan from Hellraisers is going to be on the 10th position.
Exactly. As of now, these are the top 10 kill leaders of now, and this has been a journey of, you know, the ups and the downs, the uglies and the crazies overall. And I think that the journey has taught us quite a lot of things, and that is that how you play the game for yourself and how you deal the damage to others as well. That's like one of the things that it has taught us. And talking about the damage dealers, you can see the top 5 damage dealers. Snake hitting the 6,000 damage mark, and after that it was Tyrant that had 5,871. Absol had 5,671, and 4 5s for Bablu Ghost out there, and Bablu Pikachu is out there with 5,390 for himself and his bank. That actually seems like a really good scenario for the players and the teams out there.
Yeah, that is an amazing stats coming in from all these teams, and 3 of the strongest teams that we have seen in this PMCO 2020 for Pakistan region. And pretty sure that semi-finals are going to be a lot more aggressive from everyone, and it is going to be pretty interesting when we come back on the 28th for the semi-finals.
Exactly.
Once again, as from now, you qualify for the semi-finals. From the semi-finals, top 16 move on to the finals. From the finals, one team will get a direct slot to the World League, where it is going to be an international competition against the biggest names of PUBG Mobile. And
the biggest, the bestest, the bestest names, the ones that you have seen playing on TV on the previous PMCOs, on some other tournaments. You are gonna, just see them all right in front of you. So the biggest stage is gonna be out there, and I mean, we'll be happy. I'll be happy watching you guys play out there. Varun will be happy, and Varun Sty will be happy, which is out here for some reason. Where is it? Yeah, Varun Sty will be happy watching you as well. So I mean, the big leagues, obviously, they are out there, and that is the dream of each and everyone. So if a team gets it, we'll be more than happy for them.
Yeah, we'll be more than happy, but we are going to be signing off for the last day of the group stages. We'll see you back on the 28th for the semi-finals. Till then, you guys take care. It has been a pleasure. Good night and bye-bye.